Hello and welcome to PokéMorl. I am Sean Morley and this is my little friend Ike.
Hello,
Welcome
everybody.
to the
I thought I was supposed to
newest.
say hello, everybody.
I didn't know if you were. I was going to throw to you in a
I didn't
second.
know. I was being set up to say hello. Should we carry on?
Do you want to? Yeah, everyone say hello to Ike, please.
Hello, everyone.
And I am Sean. Let's be the same size. We are going to be doing a Pokemon stream every Friday right here at this time. And it is a Pokemon stream with several differences. It is a Nuzlocke run. It is controlled by you lot. We are playing my favourite Pokemon game that I grew up with. We're playing WetBlue on the original hardware, which you provided. You gave that to me, dropped it off this morning.
Yeah, and I seem to recall there were some issues that you pointed out, but I didn't really count them.
Can I show you? So, okay, I've got the Game Boy Advance here.
Yeah.
And can I show you the cartridge that I was sent?
This is WetBlue. I don't know why you bring.
Okay, can I just? I mean, it probably won't show so well because I've got a chroma key. I've got green screen on, but this is the cartridge.
Yeah, it's WetBlue. That's Pokemon WetBlue.
Hang on.
It came out in like the noughties. It's WetBlue.
It is not wet. Hang on.
It's wet.
This is what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. That's what WetBlue looks like.
Why does it say Lord of the Rings on the left here? Why does it say?
Because it's a. I don't know, but there's a Pokemon on it. It's Pokemon WetBlue.
But the Pokemon on the right is gold, isn't it? That's Pokemon Gold that came out for Game Boy Color.
But it's a Pokemon. It's this Blastoise is bird form.
Blastoise is bird form.
Blastoise is bird form. If you get Blastoise to level 50, but your party's got full of other flying Pokemon, Blastoise goes into bird form. Have you not played Pokemon before?
I've never actually got Blastoise to level 50 and only had other birds.
And Lord of the Rings is on it just because it's for gamers. There's 2 games, because why would there not be 2 games? It's for gamers.
Well, it says here, and when I actually load the cartridge up, that it has 100 games in it.
Yeah, because it's for gamers.
All games are for gamers, but they don't all have 100 games in each cartridge.
Well, what does that tell you about the quality of Pokemon WetBlue?
There isn't a distinction between games that are for gamers and games that aren't for gamers.
Well, there are. There's casual games, and then there's Pokemon WetBlue, and it's ilk. It's for gamers.
Yeah, okay. I might not be hardcore enough.
That's why you get 100 games.
I'm just saying it feels really off-brand, and I'm just worried that it's not. I spent all this time making sure I could play this from the original hardware, and you've got me this.
I got it directly from Nintendo.
I think you got this directly from some sort of street side, like caricaturist in a British tourist trap. Yeah, in Tenerife.
Yeah, Tenerife. Yeah, but he got it from Nintendo headquarters. It's WetBlue. We don't need to. We haven't resolved this yet. We're not going to resolve it now. It is WetBlue. It is authentic. You're being a baby.
I just think
it's WetBlue.
If I'd known this is what you're going to give me, I would have got a real WetBlue cartridge.
Well,
I remember WetBlue growing up.
Problem solved. Problem solved. You've got a real one. It's real.
Okay. Well, let's look over what our donations are saying so far. So if we go over to the menu right now, we got to go there via the rules screen. This is the rules screen that's going to be dictating what kind of rules we are going to be using, and underneath that is the donations menu. So right now you can donate anything from £1 plus to add anything into the tombola for player or rival names. Player and rival names are limited to 7 characters. For £3, enter Pokemon names that are going to go into a, don't know why it says rival draw. Wonder if I can easily change my own text here. I think that's what to say random draw, but I had just written the word rival not long before. £7 is to add a completely new rule, and £10 plus adds a new rule but also an entire new rule slot. At the moment there are only 2 custom rules available But this would mean you'd add a new rule, and there would be 3 rules available at all times on this screen. I think
otherwise you've got to overwrite one of the existing custom rules.
Yeah, if 1 and 2 are filled and you want to add another rule, we will have to overwrite an existing rule. If you don't want to overwrite an existing rule, there is a more expensive slot, but it gets more expensive every time it is redeemed. All of these prices here are mainly trying to deal with frequency. And I think if rules cost a £5, I think people would put absolute junk through the rule system. And I think
which we are
extra
expecting. We are expecting absolute junk to an extent, but they might do it constantly.
Yes, it is just to slow down the torrent. Okay, it is cake tax. We could think of it that way. Josie Russell has just tipped £1. Okay, so
is this for the...
our tombola is going to be handled by Ike, who has a system of spreadsheets for Pokemon names, rival names, and player names, and as we expand our customization, maybe more things in the future. So, starting at the top, Killian has tipped £1 for rival name Killian.
That's in there. That was the first one.
Reception Music, this is a Pokemon name here. Reception Music has tipped £3 for a Pokemon called Young Sean.
Yep, so Young Space Sean.
Yes.
And who's that from? Do we need to write down... Yeah, let's write down the names of who it's from.
Let's write down everything.
Is Reception Music one word? Doesn't really matter.
It's got an underscore, so unclear. It's in the hinterland between 1 word and 2.
Mhm.
Anonymous has tipped £1. Player character, Snoopy 2.
It's in Snoopy and then no space and then the number 2.
There is a space.
Well, that's 8 characters. It needs to be 7.
Then we're going to remove that space. I'm going to use
executive privileges.
Maggie's just tipped £30. We'll find out what
Bloody
for as I scroll up this list. So
what does Maggie want?
we'll find out as we reach the top of the list.
We're still reaching
order.
it.
Catbox is also donated, but we will deal with them
I'm getting ahead of myself.
chronologically.
Chronologically.
Now here we have Harry, the problem child. Thank you very much for the follow. Trausis?
Creusis, that's my friend. Hello.
Can you give me the pronunciation again?
Creusis.
Creusis. Thank you for the follow, Creusis. Welcome to the complicated Pokemon stream. Harry Hardy has just given us a absolute ream of unpleasant donations, which you will have to... All of these are in block caps.
Okay. Are these names for people or...
Harry has not... has sort of specified, but also... Thank you, G-Hop56 or GOP56. Welcome.
G-Hop.
You think G-Hop?
I think G-Hop. It could be GOP.
Could be GOP. GOP is a kind of more pleasant sound, I think.
Yeah.
Then Come Genius. Thank you so much for the follow. Now that is an honour. So Harry has specified that these are player / rival names. I don't know if that's misunderstanding what I asked for.
What do we do with that? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a troll, whether that's a genuine misunderstanding.
Should we split them up as we like?
Yes. I'm going to arbitrarily assign player or rival to each of these in turn. So I think the first one in all caps is Ass Dust.
Do we think rival for that one?
I think rival for that one, yeah.
Okay.
They get worse.
That one's upset me already. I don't want to hear the rest.
The next one I'm going to say should be a player name, and that's Sausage.
Yeah, and these are that's all cats as well.
Yeah.
That one feels wholesome after Ass Dust.
Cutesy.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Next up, don't know where this should go. Wet Nuts.
I mean, instinctively I'd say rival, but I don't know.
But I'm just saying the last two are the worst, so we actually might want Wet Nuts in player because it's going to get followed by worse.
We can retroactively promote Wet Nuts to player if needs be.
I mean, it's just I can see all of them. I'm
You
just
say
saying.
I've got a complicated system. It's the player and rival names is an open notepad document that I've not even saved, and I'm not going to. So.
I actually thought you would do something more than that.
I've done something proper for the Pokemon names.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, we'll put that in rival. I just think if that one's too much, you're not gonna like this next one.
Okay.
Bastard.
I mean,
That could be a player
I
name.
would. You can be a heroic bastard. Look at like fantasy novels, but I don't
But they're
know.
not called bastard, but they're not. Bastard could be a subtext of an anti-hero,
Sure, their names.
but you don't want it as their name. Yeah, I get the idea of an unlikable character, but not one named bastard.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. But I feel like if it was the player, we'd see it a lot more in the stream. Would immediately
Exactly.
become. Let's put that as a rival, so that even if it's chosen, we don't have to see it a lot.
A lot, yes. And then lastly, no space. Fuck off.
Oh what? Come on now.
It's just
Come now.
It's just Harry.
I-
What we need is people to drown out the Harry donations. I wasn't expecting him to blast 5 at once. So actually he will be very well represented in the poll.
Okay. So he's actually split the horrid vote.
Yes,
In
actually,
terms
if
of
we
the
put them
rival
all-
name, he's split the horrid vote 4 ways.
That's true. Then for the Pokemon names,
Okay, is this
Some
still
more-
from Harry?
still from Harry, all block capitals.
Right.
That sigh. We got to get used to
Well-
you doing that sigh, I think.
Okay, what are they?
Oh, can I just ask chat, is the background music to this scene on a good level compared to everything else? Too quiet, just right?
Oh, there's background music.
Yes, which you won't be able to hear. Okay,
Yeah.
first Pokemon name is no space, block caps, crap guy.
I like that one actually.
You really
Is
feel
this-
like Harry's going for speed, just needs to get them in.
Just firing them off. Is
Yeah.
this so? These are all just one entry each because you can do multiple entries for more chance of it come up. But I assume these are all like one.
These are all for one entry each,
Entry.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next
What's
one.
the next one?
Twat man. It's not that good compared to crap guy, is it?
It's not. It feels like a variation on a theme, but I think the sequel has struggled.
Hmm.
Okay, that's in there. I don't know that one. Right,
And then
what's
lastly,
next?
cabbage.
Again, that's wholesome and food based.
Mhm.
Unless that's some slang I'm unaware of. Okay.
Everything in Urban Dictionary is always sexual slang.
Someone said Ike is the teacher covering the lesson from another subject. Yeah, I feel very like that. But I'm having a good time. I'm not
That's-
really infuriated, Harry.
Sam
Okay.
Schaefer's come in with a very nice, relatively neutral couple of donations. One for the player name, one for the rival. Good boy and bad boy in the columns you might expect.
So, is that capital G, capital B, and then
No, lowercase
what's
boy.
capitalized? Oh, so just one, yeah, capital G, and then the rest is just good boy.
Yeah, and then the rest is just good boy, yes.
Okay. So good boy and bad boy are in there.
Joseph Russell has tipped £1. Rival to be called Bab Ass. Capitalisation
That
on
one's-
the B and A, no space.
Yeah, I put that one on it because I was used to put them on as they came up on screen. That one's on there already.
Maggie FPK has tipped £30. Just a nice donation. Nothing to be worried about yet. That's nice.
That's
Catbox.
nice.
That's
I
nice.
feel like they're trying to buy some good karma for what they might do later, but
I
that's all right.
imagine so. That's how it worked in Moorcraft. Catbox has tipped £3. Pokemon name Elijah Wood. Is that gonna fit?
Yeah, if it's just
Yeah, it
one
will.
word,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks, Catbox.
You
So
can
the
in Gen
capitalizations
3,
are
Harry.
just E and W. Hmm?
Capitalizations and a space if possible.
There's no space.
Okay. Sharpez or Sharpez has tipped £1 for a player character called Keith.
Right. That's in that. Thanks, Sharpez. We all know
Reception
Keith.
Music has tipped £1 for player name Digimon.
I really like that one. I've not been writing down the names of who gave us the player and rival names, but I assume that's fine. They
Yeah,
all know
do
it's
it for the
them.
Pokemon, I think. But
Yeah, I've got a column for that.
repeat
Okay,
character
I
limit. Yes, the
really like
player
Pokemon.
character and the rival character are 7 characters, and there is 10 characters for Pokemon. Sam Schaefer has tipped £1. Rival name Tim Allen. Capitals at the start, no space.
So is Alan spelled not the way that would make
Alan
it
with
8
one
characters then? So just ALAN or ALEN.
ALAN.
It's Tim and then Alan.
Mm-hmm.
And that was capital T and A. Damn it.
Yes.
Right.
Connor Piper has tipped £1. Please rename a rival player or whatever Basil after a character in this new TV show I am watching and loving. If you thought porridge sounded hilarious, you'll love this.
That sounds good. I gotta check that out. Is that a Netflix
It
original?
sounds very
Right.
good. It might be on Netflix.
So
I
do
say
we think Hero Basil?
Basil for hero. I think
Hero is
Basil
slightly
is a good
underrepresented at the moment.
anti-hero. Yeah.
Are we just normal capitals? Right.
Disconnected. Dan has tipped £1 for player name Sonic.
I like that.
Red Quixote has tipped £3 Pokemon name Squirt Boy.
Okay.
Capitals
So-
and a space.
Yeah, that fits. Nice. Okay.
Disconnected. Dan has tipped £1 to player name Borley. Borley. Capital B.
I know how you spell Borley.
Right.
I've got a
Sure we all will
dictionary.
by the end of the stream.
Yeah. Do you want to explain Borley for new watchers?
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
Twin, and then a Unicode character for 1234, which I presume is supposed to be A, perhaps, has tipped £3 for a Pokemon name Sad
that's
Boy. 1 space and all caps.
So Twin A has, who I presume is the eldest twin, has tipped Sad Boy. One
Mhm.
word, all caps.
No, 2 words, all caps.
2 words, all caps. Sad Boy. It's not a sad boy. It's a
There's
sad
so
boy.
many to come.
But there's
Saint-
okay. Let's go a
Saint
bit
Lau-
faster.
Saint
Let's
Lau
go a bit
asked if the
faster.
game will start tonight, but I'm looking at these and actually, let's pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so
let's
Robbie,
go.
1991, has tipped £15. Give us a
Wow.
new rule slot. New rule must kill every Pikachu you encounter.
So that's unlocked a new rule slot, but also that rule goes in one of the ones that is.
Yes, and also
Actually
they
open
could have
already.
paid £10 for that. Now it costs £15 to unlock the next one. But
Well, if you want to get a free name or something, just say it in the chat. Whoever that donation was.
yeah,
from.
you've
Thank
paid
you
a
very
little
much.
bit over the odds for that, but that's fine if that was intentional. So the cost of paying for a new rule slot goes up. Let me cover this again. So there are 3 Nuzlocke rules. These are the rules of the custom challenge Nuzlocke, which is you must nickname every Pokemon you catch. Every Pokemon that is defeated in battle is considered dead and must be released. And you may only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each area. If you try to catch the first Pokemon, you fail, it dies or it runs away. You just cannot catch another Pokemon in that area again, ever in the game. And then we are going to add 3 rules onto that. 2 are empty. 1 is an unlockable slot. And we can add more slots for custom rules by paying for a higher donation tier. My aim is that it will slow the rate at which we unlock new slots to nearly nothing before we hit chaos. That's my desire. I don't know if that's going to work, but it is my hope. So in the locked rule, it is now kill Pikachus, and then 4 is now locked. And 4 now costs £15 to open up. I need to hit a line break here. And maybe do that. That's nice.
Ooh.
Kill Pikachu.
I'm a fan of that formatting.
Thank you. Formatting options in OBS is remarkably limited. Let's head back up to the menu screen and continue inputting. Thank you very much, Joseph Hypatia. So next one. Oh
Right.
yeah. Did we get Small Guy? That was...
No, who's that?
That's
What's that
also
for?
from Twin A, I think.
Is that
Small
a Pokemon
Guy.
name?
Yes. £3. SMOL Guy. Or block caps.
It's one word. Small-G.
Small Guy, yeah.
One word, no space. Alright.
Yeah. Okay, and then Spangle has tipped £5 a Pokemon name, Sausage.
Okay. There's going to be some sausage rep by the end of this. Is that block caps again?
Yes.
Or normal? Block caps.
Then player name, Wibnar. WIBNAR, capital W, all else lowercase.
Sorry, say that again?
Wibnar, WIBNAR, capital W.
Widnar.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like it's something backwards, but it would be Ramby, which is not
I don't know
the
what
thing.
that is.
I don't know
I
what
say we
Widnar
don't
is.
trouble ourselves and we just try to pick
Who
up the pace
suggested
of
Widnar?
Spangle.
Ah.
Rival, Tyler. Just it's the name Tyler.
That works.
Disconnected Dan has tipped £1. Player name Pokemon, all lowercase, no accents above the E.
I really like that one as well. Okay. Yeah.
Bread Santa has tipped £9 for 3 Pokemon names: Language, History, and Benjamin.
Are they just capitalized as normally?
Yeah, they're just the words.
And that was from That was from someone Santa. Who was that
Bread
from?
Santa, very important character. They played a squid once for months.
Months
Months?
in real life.
No.
Next name.
Josie Hypatia has tipped £3. Pokemon name Blumpkin. I think that was prompted by our earlier reference to sexual slang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam Schaefer has tipped £3. Pokemon name Share but Sad, with spaces if possible.
There's room for one space, and so I think we should not space at all.
Yes, maybe just put, while it's not written this way, for legibility, let's put capitals on the beginning of each new word.
That's what I'm going to do, and that's from Sam Draper.
Yeah. Sam, if you think I'm unreasonable to override your formatting in this way, let me know now. Disconnected Dan has tipped £1. Player name Harry, all lowercase. Halloumi has tipped £3, and it's just the word Pokemon. So I think it's a donation to name a Pokemon.
Is it normal capitalizations and
Normal
tweak up the-
capitalization, but no punctuation over the E.
Okay.
If we wanted to be really finicky, we could say, really, this is a donation for Pokémon. Well, I think that would be cruel and pedantic. Harry Hardy has tipped £1. Player name Bumhole. All caps, no
Harry.
space. It's just Harry.
Yeah. Okay.
Jose Apatia has tipped £3. Pokemon name Cold Lunch. 2 words, capitalised at the beginning.
I really like that one. That's a very good name.
Jose Apatia has tipped £1. Hero name Munging.
That sounds like it would be horrid slang, but I don't actually know that one.
I knew Blumpkin. I won't discuss Blumpkin, but I knew Blumpkin.
Yeah,
and I don't
I'm on
know
the same
Munging.
page. I'm on the same page completely with all of that.
For highly
okay.
TOS reasons, I encourage no one to talk about it further.
Yeah.
Simply vote with your feet when it comes up on the ball. Harry Hardy's tipped £15. Unlock a slot on ad rule. Sean cannot make his character turn right in the game. Right turns must be accomplished by other means. I don't know how that's going to play out. Okay, thank you very much for the resub, King of Time. I love that people are so willing to get on board with the format. I am surprised at how long we have to spend on admin. So this now costs £20 to add a new rule. Also, there are 2 empty rules. Maybe I'm not explaining this very well, But
You've got 2 rules you can use before you need to add a new rule.
There are 2 empty rule slots, so you're unlocking new slots before the 2 that only cost £7 are full. We'll pull that.
Oh, did we ever go over the rules? The rules for the custom rules? I don't think we did.
Oh yeah, I get them written down. You know, there are 3 rules for the custom rules. One is they cannot make the game uncompletable. The other is that it cannot cause neither me nor Ike undue distress. And the third one is they must not violate the Twitch terms of service. I think they seem pretty reasonable.
I think so. And I think the no right one probably doesn't make it uncompletable. And if it does, I'm sure we can briefly break it if we literally have to.
Is it no right from the player's perspective? Or is it no right...
I think it means from our perspective looking down.
Well, that's going to make something impossible. That's going to make something impossible. We'll see how far we can get doing that.
If we have to break it, we have to break it. And we'll give Harry another one. If we
we can't break it. Well, if it turns out it makes
but
the
I mean,
game
if it's literally
it's
impossible.
voided, yeah.
But if it's voided and you've donated, you should get another one. So we'll see.
Twin Unicode box 1234, tip £7. New rule: invent a catchphrase for every Pokemon in your team. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas.
That one.
That's very good. I am straight away. I am going to just lower the font size of these rules.
Yeah, I think so.
So that I can write out more detailed rules. Okay, so kill all Pikachus. KAP. Cannot turn right. All Pokemon must be assigned. Maybe this one does need to go underneath.
Yeah. Catchphrases.
Catchphrases, and then I
like this one.
That's good.
I've
Okay.
just seen what Mono stands for. We'll get there when we get there, but I have.
We'll get there when we get there.
Right.
Gengar's tipped £1. Player name Gengar.
Okay, I like that.
Josie Russell has tipped £3. Pokemon called Fuck, if possible in quotation marks.
It is possible. Do you want single quotation marks or double?
Double quotation marks.
Yeah. Dealer's choice. Okay.
No, it's not dealer's choice. It's written with. I'm reading text,
Oh, it's
so
actually
I know.
right.
Yeah.
It's actually in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Got that in.
Sharpez has tipped £3. Pokemon name Feet Picks, all lowercase, no space, one word.
One word.
Yeah.
Lowercase. Okay.
St. Laub has tipped £3. Pokemon name Pokemon with lowercase p and capital everything else, no accent over the e.
But this was already in there. Say it again. Pokemon with no accent.
And
over the
lowercase p and block caps everything else.
Oh, sorry. Right. I
Yeah,
missed
that's
that
it.
part.
That's its USP.
Oh, that's a horrid one to look at. Okay. Thank you, Saint Loud.
Oh, Catbox has now tipped a horrible one. Catbox, we haven't even started. We haven't even turned the game on. Catbox has tipped £7. New rule: wildlife survey. Every section. Oh no, it's not tile. Every section of grass must be visited, and a wild Pokemon encountered before you can progress further.
Okay.
So we need to find a Pokemon on every.
That's not.
It's actually not that bad. I thought it was
It's
every
not
tile
that bad.
to begin
It's
with.
quite a faff. But it should be alright. And so now we have no slots that are just open. So now if you... Should we freeze rule donations until we started the game? Because it would be a shame if we are overwriting rules before the game started.
Yeah.
Unless you want to buy a new slot.
Encounter
But
poke on
I wouldn't.
every section of grass to proceed. I can't write it any more succinct than that, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. But once the game starts, if you don't want to have to unlock a whole new slot, and you buy a rule, then there'll be a. Is it a poll with the chat as to which rule is replaced?
Yes, so once we are full of rules and people have donated just to add a new rule, we will have to overwrite a rule. And we will vote on what rule we will overwrite with the new rule. This is a way of dealing with very bad rules, or a rule that's had its time in the sun. If people want special things like protected time for rules, so we can't overwrite rules before they've had enough time, I've decided that's not my responsibility, and you can use the rules to instigate that if you want that. You've got a lot of power. You can use some of it to protect yourself. King of Time has tipped £3. Pokemon Nomacop. Pokemon backwards but with a capital N, and there is an accent over the E.
Oh, okay. What's the capitalization situation?
N is capitalized.
I forgot how to spell there. Okay. And who was that? Saint Laub?
That was King of Time.
Oh, King of Time. Sorry. Forgot the name that was in front of me on the screen. Yes, okay.
Mono has tipped £3 for a Pokemon name, Little Ike. Capitalization, 2 words.
We're going to have no space there. Okay, thanks, Mono.
Josie Hypatia has tipped £1. Player name, Wolfbag. 1 word. Capitalization at the start.
Yeah. Sounds like someone's persona. Okay.
Space Docking has tipped £3. Pokemon name, Wolfbag.
What, again? Oh, Pokemon name.
Yes.
Right, sorry. So it's just the same thing as a Pokemon name.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from Space.
Docking.
And that's capital W, no other capitals.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the end of
Are we up to date?
our donations. We are up to date. Is there
Nice.
still any confusion about what the format of this is? Just to cover it again, there are the Nuzlocke rules on the far left there. Here are our custom rules. You can add more if you now pay... Hang on. We must be on £20 now to add more. So now it's actually...
So it's probably more expected that you would overwrite one.
At some point, buying a new rule will get
point.
quite... Oh, Sam Schaefer has tipped £7. Okay,
Oh, well,
here
we
we go.
shouldn't put any more rules in and while some rules have not been used at all. Or should we? Maybe a poll? No.
Oh, hang on. Never mind. This just Disconnected Dan has tipped £1. Player name, chess, but with that German S that looks like a B.
That's not in the game, though. I can just do a capital B.
Can you change it to Chebs? Chebs.
With a capital B.
If you like.
Okay. Chebs.
Chebs. Disconnected Dan can change that if they want, but we cannot put the character. Sam Schaefer has tipped £7. Rule, only right turns. Every time Sean changes direction, he has to say something bad about immigrants or the NHS. In brackets, this is a joke. Do not do this. You are doing a very good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam Schaefer.
You saw my panic before I got to the end of that one.
Yeah, that he had me in the first half.
Okay. So now I think we are ready.
Oh, hang on. Before we start, very briefly, there's been a fan contribution already.
Okay. A donation.
It's a contribution. You said you wanted this stream to sort of be standalone and not reference your other streams too much, but this will just be like 1 minute at the start and then we'll move on because this is too good to not share. So we did a test stream for this about a week ago just to check my tech was working, and the chat were trying to gauge how... Hello, I've been made big. The chat were trying to gauge how easy to manipulate I was, and it turned out it was very... And they told me to buy a watermelon. I don't really know why. It was like a reference to something I had not been around for, but I yielded to the bullying and I did it. And then user Streebling, who lives nearby to me, collected it And then about 2 hours ago, she knocked on my door and has done this.
That's really good.
That says hashtag PokéMorl, hashtag, oh, sorry, hashtag PokéMelon, hashtag fixed. I know. How cool is that? That's really good, isn't it?
That's actually really good.
Isn't it
That's
so good?
intensely good.
She gave something else as well, but there's another point in the stream it'll work well for, so I'll bring it up.
So she's got some other things to look forward to.
Yeah. Streebling is a ironclad legend. This is really cool.
Yes,
Thank
this is
you very
intense.
much.
Please SPM in the chat for Streebling PokéMelon.
No, she ate the melon. I got rid of it because I didn't like it, and I apologize for that on the initial stream. Right.
You shouldn't have to apologise. People made you buy a watermelon when you don't like watermelon.
I know, and that feels churlish of me to not enjoy it then. Oh!
Sorry. Yeah. There's only a limited way of shrinking.
I was thinking.
Okay, I think it's time to get ready and actually play. Oh, hands up in the chat if you played Pokemon WetBlue as a child. It was
Double hands up.
Oh yeah, me too. I think there's a hands up emoji as well if people wanna do that. Okay, let me just make sure
good version of Pokemon.
That it is working the way it should. Nice. Okay. We are loaded.
Have you got sound? This is all silent for me. This is eerie, but I'll pretend
that it will be silent for you throughout, I think.
Yeah. The card game was good. On GBC, I played it much more than IRL.
Nice. Is that sound coming through okay? Can you hear me and Mike over the game? Can we all be heard?
Are all the volume levels okay? I'm talking now for you to check that you can hear me. Is this fine?
Okay,
Please
apparently
tell me
it's
if
good.
This is fine. Okay, good.
Okay, we're going in. This as well as being a Nuzlocke stream, it's going to be a real nostalgia stream as well.
It's hit me right in the heart seeing this. It's been years, but this is just so key to my childhood, this screen.
I haven't played any Pokemon since I had very bad appendicitis in secondary school. And it created a bad association for me, so this is a real coming back. I'm over the abdominal pain now by over a decade, so it's time to go in, I think.
Let's go.
Just going to tell me, I remember the controls. I don't need to be told the controls of Pokemon.
We know buttons.
We know how the buttons work. Sure. We're going to be playing Pokemon. Outside of like that, I do actually want to read a lot of the text and get into the world.
Oh, you know? Shall we? Who's gonna voice Oak?
Are you going to be doing a voice? Are we doing a voice?
Who's going to read?
Who's Oak?
Oak's a big character.
Should we do a poll? Who's like canonically the Oak?
Let's do a poll. And whoever
Ike sounds like Oak.
Whoever isn't Oak will be Gary. That's a good way.
Okay, we're just going to do a who is Oak poll here. 1 for Ike, 2 for Morl.
And the one who isn't Oak shall be Gary.
Okay, yeah. Whoever isn't the Oak will be Gary. So you're sort of voting for who's Gary here as well. Although they probably won't be called Gary. They're probably going to be called
they're not
arse bastard. Yeah. Dickhead or whatever they're going to end up called.
Oh, is that a £1 thing for a name?
Yes, we've got a couple of names going on here. While we're waiting for this poll to player name Sunny Funny Son by Disconnected Dan absolutely won't fit. Just 100% won't fit.
We could do SF Son. Fun Son. We could do Sun Fun Son.
Write it down, and if it comes up, we'll work out how to fit that in.
Okay, and that's for player.
Yeah.
We could do Sunny Funny or Sun Fun Son.
We'll think about it. If it comes up, there are so many player names. The chances that this will win the poll is so small. I don't feel we need to worry.
my stream's really breaking out. I'm going all pixely.
Oh yeah, you are.
I'm not sure if there's much we can do about that.
Yeah, you're data moshing.
I've got stuff. It looks like I've got stuff all over my face. Yeah.
It will rebuffer at some point.
Yeah.
I thought I could rebuffer it now. Hang on.
Let's buff.
Fresh cash. There you go.
Hey, there we go. Thank you.
If that happens again, let me know and I'll refresh the cash.
Yeah, sure.
Next donation is appendicitis for rival.
That's going to need to be cut down.
Just write it down, and if it comes up, we'll worry about it then. If it wins the poll, we'll worry about it.
Okay, is it just 1p or 2p's in that? Okay, well, I'm going to put 1p whether that's correct or not because it's already an early cut.
Because it already can't fit, so just write down how you think appendicitis is spelled.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I can say that you have won the Oak poll by a mile.
I'm Oak, which means you're rival.
Which means I'm Gary.
This is going to be good. Okay.
Okay, so you are Oak. We'll just take it from
Oak.
here.
Let's get going. Okay. Hello there. Good to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People disparagingly refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. Let me clean this mess up. Yeah, and then he gets rid of the grammar.
Yeah, because it's messy, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess Pokemon. But first, tell me a little about yourself.
Oh, here we have to confront
the gender. Are you a boy or are
binary.
you a girl? I've become a sort of cosmic mess. Did you see that with my stream?
Yes,
anyway.
I think it's... Yeah, I think it's... I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, keep
Are we a boy or a girl? We have to confront the gender binary.
Yeah, there's no third option.
Which of the two genders?
WetBlue's an old game. It's an old game.
Yeah. Which from a limited gender palette shall we pick for our earthly avatar? Boy or girl?
Boy boss or girl boss?
Yeah. The B is for boss. Also, the B at the beginning of boy is also for boss.
Boss boy boss.
Bossoy boss. That sounds like a Pokemon name. Is Pokemon set on Earth? That's a question for Ike, I think.
Is Pokemon set on... all of the settings in it have like a real world equivalent, I think. I think some of them are full countries and some of them are like regions of Japan or of America. But I don't think it's set on Earth really too much.
It's based on Earth, but not set on Earth.
Yeah, it's Earth inspired. Hey Sean, while this poll is going, can you... Oh no, never mind. I've fixed. I was going green.
I don't know why that's happening.
This has never happened before. We did a tech test to avoid this happening.
And this just... I don't think it's the end of the world, but I also just don't know how to stop it. It looks like we're going to be a girl.
I'm happy with being a girl.
I hope you're happy with just being a psychedelic blob half the time as well.
Yeah, okay, our character's a girl, but I'm a blob.
Boss Lobos.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a long list of names. Shall I just paste them all in the chat so you can put them in a poll? Because I've written down all the formatting and things that you've meticulously read to me, and how I'll have to read them.
I will transcribe them into a poll, as though that is just the best option we have. Okay.
Here we got Snoopy 2, Sausage, Good Boy, Keith, Digimon,
Okay,
Basil,
Snoopy 2.
Sonic, Orly, Wibnar, Pokemon, Harry, Bumhole, Munging, Gengar, Wolfbag, Jebs, and Sun Fun Sun, which we could substitute for Sunny Funny.
This is quite a diverse list.
I'm very excited.
Quite a lot of it is quite sexual slang.
Oh, it's not pronounced munging. It's munging. Munging?
Okay, this poll is going to be small.
I've gone
I'll have to
cosmic again.
rearrange it to be to fit. I
Um,
will run through it
Oh my
again
gosh.
because I think some people will not be able to see the individual options. There is a limit to what I can do about that. So, from the top, 1 for Snoopy 2 for Sausage, 3 for Good Boy, 4 for Keith, 5 for Digimon,
Oh, hang on.
6 for Basil, 7
Sean,
for Sonic, yes.
I can't hear you talking.
Hello, 1, 2.
I can see the stream, but I
Hello.
can't hear you, Sean.
I am talking through the stream. The fact that you can't hear me might be on your end. Harry can hear me. Don't say that, Harry. That's really, really bad when we're actually having tech issues.
Hang on.
7
I
for
can't hear
Sonic.
Sean.
Just reconnect. Just reconnect to the thing you're on. Ike, reconnect to the chat. Okay, I think he's dropped out either on purpose or because the internet was wobbling. I think this is all just an internet wobble. He'll be back in a second. 7 for Sonic, 8 for Borley, 9 for Wibnar, 10 for Pokemon, 11 for Harry, 12 for Bumhole, 13 for Munging, 14 for Gengar, 15 for Wolfbag, 16 for Chebs, and 17 for Sun Fun Sun. Ike has now gone head first into the game. Chebs is winning, coming up at a quite handsome 36.4%. All that is trailing behind, with less than half of the votes each, is Sausage and Bumhole. Chebs is far and away our winner. I think I'm going to close the poll on that.
Paul, I'm back and I can hear you. Who's won?
Chebs.
I'm happy with that. That's not one of the horrible ones.
It's not one of the horrible ones, and I think at the moment that's the best we can ask for. It's not a horrible name.
Can I just say, my sound cut out pretty much for the duration of that, and I left the room and I entered and I tried to find out what was wrong, and then it was that the cable was not in my headphones, and I would have tried to get away with that, but I visibly pushed it in and then got sound again, so I thought I should mention. Hi, I'm not intelligent.
That's really bad.
Oh, is it a lowercase c? It was actually an uppercase C in the list.
Is it? I think. Oh, everyone's correcting me. Everyone's correcting me. I don't have license to pursue my own aesthetic here. Okay, here we go.
Chebs. I like Chebs.
Chebs actually sounds quite nice.
So it's pronounced Chebs then. We're not pretending that is the.
Oh well. Okay, well, just we're not going to do a formal poll, but chat. Do you think it's pronounced Chebs or Chess? I think it's pronounced Chebs personally, but I am but one vote. Is that correct?
Chebs. I think that's correct.
And just to tell Harry, it's Chebs isn't slang for boobs, is it? You've turned into missing now.
I've fully gone missing now. What is happening with my connection?
Have you pulled out another wire?
No, I don't think so. Because that was
Okay.
just. I've gone. Can you
Right.
rebuffer me or something? This is a
Yeah.
bit much.
I can do it. There's probably a limit to how often I think I should stop to do it.
There we
Hello.
go. Thank you.
I don't know
We'll
why it's
see.
happening. We will
I
work
don't
it
know why
out.
it's- We'll work it out for next time.
So your name is Chebs. Yes.
Oh, hang on, I'm Oak. Your name is Chebs.
Okay.
This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name now? Okay. Oh, so yeah. Those are Dry, Gary, Hog, and Scab are the defaults.
Yeah.
So maybe put those in the poll as well.
Should we put those in the poll as well? Okay. Can you tell me all the rival names, please?
I'm linking them now, but you've got those four first.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Rival name. Killian. Babas. Astus. Wet Nuts. Bastard. Fuck off. Bad Boy. Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Tyler. and appendicitis.
And a very abridged version of appendicitis. And also dry Gary Hog scab.
Oh, yes, sorry. Sorry. I will include those. Dry Gary Hog scab. Okay. I'll grow that to its maximum size. And then I will read out the options and the associated number. Number 1 is for Killian, 2 for Babass, 3 for Ass Dust, 4 for Wet Nuts, 5 for Bastard, 6 for Fuck Off, 7 for Bad Boy, 8 for Tim Allen, 9 for Tyler, 10 for Appendicitis, 11 for Dry, 12 for Gary, 13 for Hog, and 14 for Scab. While that plays out, I'm going to disable the Nightbot thing that is telling people to donate for names. Name donation is now done.
So thank you for the donated names, people. I have saved that document just in case, but I've closed it now.
Okay, let me have a look at how the poll is doing. We have 24 votes. Wet Nuts is far and ahead away with 10 votes. The only one that is close is Scab at 14. Scab has a chance to equalise if it just gets 3 more votes. Probably ain't going to happen. There are 3 votes between.
And if they're equal, are we going to do a final 2?
I think we do a runoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
A runoff? No. Wet Nuts has too much of a lead. Oh, Scab is now up to 8 versus Wet Nuts 10. Now let the poll. Do we want a runoff or do we want? Oh, Scab. Now
we're going to have
9.
a poll as to whether we have a runoff.
One more vote for Scab, and it will be neck and neck, and we will confirm a Scab Wet Nuts runoff.
Am I allowed to vote?
I don't think we should vote.
I think I'm not allowed to vote.
Can we keep Scab for a future enemy? I don't think there are future nameable enemies. I believe these are our big naming opportunities that we have squandered.
Hey, Chebs isn't squandering. I'm very
Chebs
happy
isn't squandering.
with Chebs.
It was a close call. Jobby Soy has just appeared at the last minute. We have confirmed a Scab Wet Nuts runoff. Scab and Wet Nuts both have 10 votes each. Rival name runoff. Scab and Wet Nuts. Here we go. It is the vote to end all votes.
To put it in perspective,
1 for Scab, 2 for Wet Nuts.
it's going to be Chebs versus Scab, or Chebs versus Wet Nuts.
Think of it in terms of the 2 people, you know.
Yeah.
It's really tight.
I can't watch.
Wet Nuts is pulling away here. Scab. Oh, Scab is equalised. Scab pulling away. Wet Nuts is equalised.
Ah!
Are we going to rename if we wipe? Oh, that's actually a good question. I will deal with that question.
Wipe?
If we wipe, die. Everyone dies.
Oh, it depends. Yeah, it depends
Wet
on the
Nuts
range
is
of
just
factors.
1 vote ahead currently. Uh, 50-50. A runoff actually hasn't clarified anything. The community is divided.
Are we on tiebreaker? Should we say next one has it?
Well, the next one would have it because they'd break the tie anyway. So
I mean, end the poll.
that's what I normally do, yeah. If anyone can come and break this poll, that's it. So everyone who's voted so far, your votes don't mean anything. Just the last person has a vote, really.
The last person gets to be democracy.
All Cum Genius is suggesting we hybridise the 2 names.
It would have to be Scabnut.
Scab,
Or Wet Scab.
It's all Wet Scab.
The character limit is 7 letters.
Yeah, Wet Scab would fit, so would Scab. Wet Scab, or shall I do a runoff vote for Wet Scab
For
and
Wet
Scab
Scab or
Nuts?
Scabnut. I think people like Wet Scab from the looks of things, but we'll see.
Let's just
There might be
see that
lurkers
the
who
poll
vote.
sometimes tells a very different story. Do you also just put Scab Wet and And Nutscab. No, I think no. I think just that's no. Okay, Wet Scab or Scab Nuts? 1 for Wet Scab, 2 for Scab Nuts.
Schaefer Sam just said about new rules for if you wipe. That is going to be a thing, but it's not starting until the game's properly started. But that's a separate rule slot that you can replace what happens if we lose. Currently, it's no more streams. So if someone replaces that soon, that would be good. But we'll see.
Yeah, I will show that in the rules scene in just a second. Is Scab Nuts too long? Yes, actually, that's
what I was saying. It would have to be Scab Nut.
So everyone who's voting for Scab Nuts,
should we do it? Should we change? Should we give people the
aware,
choice to? Yeah.
Please be aware. Actually, you're voting for Scab Nuts.
Scab Nut.
Scab Nut.
That sounds like it's about your head. You'd be like, oh, Scab Nut. If you've got like a scar on your head.
Does it sound like it's about your head?
Nut means in nicknames. Nut means head, doesn't it? Look, I'm trying to.
It means more than. I just think you sound delusional.
Yeah, that's fair. My chair's creaking a lot. I'm sorry if everyone can hear that. It's an annoying squeak.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, gonna nut him like headbutt. Yeah. No,
I'm gonna say that Scab Nuts has it. But it's Scab Nut.
But it's Scab Nut.
It's Scab Nut, all importantly. Okay, so.
And it's in capitals.
We're going to do new name, all caps. Scab Nut. That's not a bad name.
I'm back to. I hated Scab Nuts, but I'm okay with Scab Nut. I agree, because again, if you want to, you can be delusional and be it's about his head.
Yeah, he's got a cut on his head.
Yeah, yes, and it's healing. Was it Scab Nut?
So, just to cover this, just before we go further in, I forgot to talk about this here. There is a wipeout penalty. It's also £7 to replace the wipeout penalty. So let's actually bring that in and actually make that clearer. £7 replace wipeout death penalty. Currently the wipeout death penalty is set to the game over, the stream's gone, that's it, no more PokéMorl, that's the end.
Yeah.
Take the donations and run. Dead.
For shame. Retire to Hawaii.
That's it, yeah. Take all of these. Go and live in the Lake District.
Yes, your grandson's name is Scabnut. That's right. I remember now. His name is Scabnut. Chebs! Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Shrink, 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 shrink.
And here we are. We're just in our little room.
WetBlue.
Playing on the Ouya. Okay, it's time to go.
What else we got?
This is such a spacious room.
It's huge. Not much in it.
We got some stuff.
It's crammed full of Lanky Kong amiibo figures.
Oh yeah, Lanky Kong was really big at this
I
point.
remember that. Yeah, it was like Lanky Mania. There are 35 in total. Yeah, well, there would be, wouldn't there?
They were really pushing Lanky at this time, yeah. Nice thing my dresser would hold a lot of Lanky Kong.
We'll get the potion out of the PC.
Oh, I don't know about that. Really
yeah, that's
withdraw an item.
Day one Pokemon. Always get your potion.
That's great.
Yes.
So I should say, Pokemon is quite an easy game for children, and the Nuzlocke rule set makes it very, very risky. Maybe not necessarily hard, but certainly it becomes trouble. All girls dream of travelling. Said so on TV. Oh yeah, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. Oh, I can't go right. Hang on, let me remember the rules.
Oh.
Hang on, we should put me back up here.
Well, hang on.
Reset.
Well, how is this going to work?
I broke the rule. Oh no, I broke the rule.
I think this rule means we cannot proceed, and thus is void, and should be replaced by.
I think it has to be replaced because you can't proceed from the first room unless you go down the stairs, which is too
straight away.
Yeah.
The game is unfinishable.
Harry, I'm going to have to knock out your rule because it breaks our 3 rules. Turn left. Well, we're
you can't.
assuming.
I was also when it came up. I was also
you want
like,
this? Is that what you want me to do?
What? So.
Okay, Harry says we can do 3 left turns. We're doing it relative to the player, okay?
Oh, okay. So it's the player can't turn right.
The player from the player's perspective, they can't turn right. Okay, we can talk.
Okay, I would like to say the donations are now open again if you want to put a new rule in.
The donations are still open for new rules. What did my hang on? What did my all girls been travelling? It said so on TV.
Yeah.
What's on the TV?
What's on TV?
Hang on. Up and then this way and then.
Oh right, I get it.
Yeah. There's a movie on TV. Do you want to?
A man. I'll do it. Why not? A man in full face paint is on the set of a talk show. He has shot Robert De Niro. Look at the time. I better go too. Okay,
and then I can go left. Probably would have been a movie tie-in.
Yeah, it would have been something from like the noughties, early
from
noughties.
2004 when this came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's left a Scotch egg in here. I better not touch it. That's nice. That's like like on the GBA, you wouldn't expect environmental storytelling, and it's there.
Yeah, it's like you can sort of feel that Scotch egg. You can smell the house now. It's quite nice.
The chop is enthralled by the TV. You hope it isn't picking up any dangerous ideologies. Yeah, then we got to keep turning left. Especially in my chop as well.
You wouldn't want an aggro matchup.
Okay, to keep turning left.
So we got the sign.
We want to look at the sign, learn how to play.
We got anything. We got the sign. We got the trainer tips.
Is that right? Been noticed. Oh, look. What am I doing? Looking at this sign. Can't turn right.
Yeah, read the sign. Trainer tips. Do not trust the girl.
What's up with the girl?
I don't remember.
I've heard about cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
2003.
Really...
That was like NFTs come out. Yeah.
Nintendo hated NFTs.
Yeah.
What's this guy got to say? Technology is incredible. The police robot kicked down my door last night. Nobody will tell me why. Wow, it really is based on Earth. Yeah.
Maybe it is on Earth.
We go to Oak, right? Hang on, left.
You go up to leave the town. You can check out Oak.
I thought we wanted to talk to Oak.
He's on there.
Scabnut.
Oh, you're Scabnut.
It's only Chebs. Oh yeah, he talks like an anime punk, right?
Yeah, he's
what?
Like,
it's only Chebs? Here, Gramps isn't around.
Fair.
These are Pokeballs. They're dirty with Grimer juice. Right, because Oak's got that Grimer.
Yeah, getting his juice all over everything. What do these guys say? Professor Oak is going to have his own podcast soon. The program will be called Professor Oak's Poker Mandatory Distribution. Oh, that rings a bell, but I don't know what that could be referencing.
I think that's just a reference to something old, and that made sense in 2004. Professor Oak hired me to stand around and wear a lab coat. We don't have scientific qualifications. I've never even seen Professor Oak's diploma.
Ooh, that's troubling. Professor Oak may not look like much, but he's fabulously wealthy. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard for some reason.
Probably is very rich.
Oh, he has a lab. How many people do you know just got a lab?
Floor space.
Yeah, a mostly empty lab.
Okay, this walk-in left thing really sucks. But
does anyone
just
want
to be clear, just gonna say to be clear, I can't do anything about it.
What have we got? Oh, we got Gary's house. I mean, no, Scabnut's house.
Scabnut's
hello.
house. I'm a nice boy, but not as nice as I could be.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna try and leave the town, or do you want to look in Scabnut's house?
We can look at it now or later. Scabnut's house ain't going anywhere.
All right, we'll leave and we'll try and get on with
We're in it now. Let's just go.
We can go in or out. You know, there's no loading screens.
Yeah.
Hi, Chebs. My brother Scabnut is out at Grandpa's lab. Pretty plain. What's on their TV? Think they got the same thing?
There's a Pokemon on TV. It's being pranked by James Corden. This is abuse.
That is abuse. You shouldn't prank an animal.
No, definitely not. It's probably distressed.
They got a painting. Thick Diglett. Oh, I turned right. I'm so
That's
sorry.
a good one.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I rectified it
What
though.
we got? The shelves are crammed full of homemade Thick Diglett amiibo figures.
I didn't mean to turn
to
right.
get it
I
in
fixed
Smash.
it. Hang on.
Huh?
Yeah. I think it was when they were trying to put Diglett in Smash.
Everyone thought Thick Diglett was going to be in Smash.
Yeah, then it was Lanky Kong instead.
Yeah, but you know that kickstarted Lanky Mania, so what can you do?
They always got a bad word to say about Lanky Mania.
Yeah, let's head out. Let's head out.
Here we go. This is how you progress. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall. Oh, you're
Oh wait, hang on. I'm oak, aren't I? You
Yeah,
need. Oh, hang on. We've got a new rule.
We do have a new rule. Okay. Please spam that new law emote. We have a new law.
So the rule we said was that we'd start up a poll so the chat could choose which rule that replaces. But I think given this one is specifically about another rule.
This is quite funny. Anonymous has tipped £7. New rule: every time you turn right, you have to say thank you to God for letting you do this.
I feel like that one maybe should directly replace the one it's obviously meant to, because that
It's
doesn't
not
make
up
sense
to
if
us. It's not up to us.
Okay.
It's not up to us. Imagine if we have the rule where every time I turn right, I have to thank God, and we have the rule that I can't turn right, so one rule never activates.
I think you saying that as
That
ensured
would
that
be
is what's
funny.
going to happen.
That would be funny. Okay.
So which rule's going to be
rule
overwritten?
to be replaced by the thanking God for turning right rule?
But the other three look genuinely fun. So
Catch. Oh, they do, but it's not up to me, is it?
yeah, I'm encouraging Borley. I'm sorry.
Can't turn right sucks. I'm happy to say I can say it's not ballsy to be like, this is my opinion, this rule sucks.
It's up to the chat how long you want this to last.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
If ever you want there to be protected time for rules, like a rule can't be overwritten within 30 minutes of it being put into play, that is really up to you to make that a rule. I'm not making it a rule. Okay, 1 for catchphrases, 2 for wildlife survey, 3 for can't turn right, and 4 for kill all Pikachus. 3 is obviously the correct choice, but it is yours to make. It is yours to make.
I think I know which one they're going to get rid of, and I'm not happy. Oh, I'm making everything go good. Hey, I've stopped being a cosmic mess. That's good. That was a choppy fucking mess.
Stop being a cosmic mess.
Yeah, I've not stopped being an existential mess, but I've stopped being a cosmic mess.
I think 3 is going to go.
Thank you,
when
God.
I thank God, how should I say it?
Do we both have to thank God? I'm thankful as well. If I
Yeah,
grow cacophonous.
You'll have to
is
like, because
you
I will
plural?
know exactly when I'm going to turn right, so I'll thank God straight away, and then you'll have to sort of chime in.
Just yeah, thanks God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we could try to synchronize it so we both say thank you God at the exact same time.
I mean, we've just got rid of one of these fiddly things. Let's do it.
Let's just try now. 3, 2, 1. Thank you God.
Well, okay.
You whispered it.
You left a long pause.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that every time we turn right?
It's just a suggestion. Can't turn right is being replaced by thank God every time you turn right.
Who tips that? Oh, that was anonymous.
Anonymous, yeah.
Tips that, suggested that.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Money into existence. Thank you very much, Anonymous. That's really good.
Okay. Wildlife survey, just to answer PD's question. Wildlife survey is you have to meet a Pokemon on each patch of grass in order to continue.
Yeah.
Can't turn right. Must thank God with each right turn. Hey, there we go.
Okay, now Oak time. Oh, we're actually in the conversation already. It's me. You need your own. Oh, is that a rule?
Yeah, there's a rule. Anonymous.
Got 2 words into that line.
Oh no, we got 2.
Yeah.
We've got 2 new rules.
So let's just do them one by one then.
Yeah, Bread Santa has tipped £7. Only turn right. Thank God every time. Okay, let's just do a poll
So
for
that's
that
just
one.
the same. That's the same rule, but it's the bad version where we also have to thank God. It's it's an inverted version of the rule that we had.
What rule are we replacing?
We had
always...
quite a strong idea of how far we'd get in this first episode, and I do not think that is going to happen.
I don't think we've planned for 2. Yeah, we're not going to get as far in on episode 1 as we initially thought. It's already 9 o'clock. Which rule to replace with? Always turn right. Always thank God. Thank God. Thank God on right turns. So the thank God on right turns here is option number 4. Read the poll before you vote. Don't vote wrong. There's a lot of good rules that we've not had time to appreciate.
I don't know what will happen if this new rule comes in alongside thank God on. Oh, it just doubles up on the same.
So
thank God on right turns is the one that you would replace.
1 is catchphrases. 2 is wildlife survey. Wildlife survey is you have to encounter a Pokemon on each patch of contiguous grass in order to continue. Kill all Pikachus is 3, and thank God on right turns is 4.
But I will say, you should vote for number 4 on this one, because number 4 is also contained fully within the one that we're replacing it with.
To have 4
So
and this new rule in the same rule set
it's redundant.
is
It's just a waste of it.
truly, it's madness. It is feral nonsense from the woods. What are we voting here? We have a new rule coming in, which is that we always turn right. We can never turn left. And maybe we can't go up or down. And then we thank God when we go right. And we want to know which of our existing rules to replace with. So rule number 1 is all Pokemon are assigned a catchphrase. The best rule that we have, I think, in my opinion. Wildlife surveys that we have to encounter a Pokemon in each patch of contiguous grass before we can proceed. 3 is kill every Pikachu we see. And 4 is that we thank God every time we turn right, but we're not restricted on what turns we can do. Okay, it looks tight, but actually 4 has
It looks
won
like
this poll, I would say.
the correct answer has been chosen.
Yes, so
It's still not good. It's not a good situation. I'm not happy.
It's not good.
But it's the answer that made sense, which you'll always do in the absence of happiness.
I've summarised this as always turn right, always thank God for right turns. And now our
So what's the
newest
second rule? Please overwrite number 4.
Anonymous has tipped £7. Every time you turn left, you have to clap your hands 3 times above your head.
That's better than the current rule for... I don't know. I'm saying that as someone who's not done it yet.
Which rule to replace with clap hands above head on left turns? Always turn right. Always thank God for turning right is option number 4. So, with our next poll, which rule to replace with clap hands above head on left turns is it? 1. Catchphrases. 2. Wildlife survey. 3. Kill all Pikachus. Or 4. Always turn right. Always thank God for turning right. Wildlife survey is suddenly very unpopular. People really want to see. But it doesn't make any sense because as long as 4 is in there, we can't ever turn left. So I'm never going to clap my hands above my head. So this new rule does nothing as long as Rule 4 is here. Yeah, Rule 4 utterly prevents Rule 2 from doing anything. I've accidentally muted you. 1 second. You were right. I had accidentally muted Mike.
Mike, they're referring to microphone.
Yes, Ike. Sorry, I'm just learning.
No, we've not had a.
Did we have another donation?
That's Harry.
Yes, we have had another.
Did we? Did we both just miss
another
it?
Rule. We were thinking about other audio things.
Well, okay. I think this one's finished. Unfortunately.
Oh, this one is finished.
22 though. So wildlife survey's gone.
Yeah. Sorry to Catbox. Sorry, your rule didn't really have much chance. It was deeply unpopular in this poll, but popular in plenty others. So now our new rule is. Okay, let's just write this in the custom rule set. Wildlife survey is gone. Apologies. Clap hands 3 times above head on every left turn.
But until Rule 4 is gone, that is not happening.
Yes, that rule does nothing because we cannot turn left because we always turn right, according to Rule 4, which you didn't vote out. Okay, so we've got a new rule coming in.
Oh, hang on. Just quickly. Someone said accidental left turns apply. They do. You might see it once or twice, but...
Yeah, but you shouldn't ever see it.
We're going to... Well, I don't have any control. I hope Sean is going to strive not to accidentally turn left.
Anonymous has tipped £7. Don't move the character at all. I think that breaches our 3 basic rules.
Yeah,
which is it would make the game uncompletable.
So,
Jambird,
because you're anonymous, we can't offer you a replacement. That's really... What do we do in this situation? They've paid for a rule, but they can't do it, and we don't know who they are.
We don't know who you are. You are welcome to the rule. I don't know how you would prove that you're the person that donated this. I don't know.
But having said that, I think when they wrote that rule, they knew it wasn't going in.
Jambird, can you add a thing to Nightbot that explains the 3 rules of the rule rules, which are can't break the TOS, doesn't cause me or Ike distress, and can't render the game incompletable. How much is a white penalty? £7, and we have just we've got more stuff coming in.
We're not allowing wipeout penalties yet because we've got to get a Pokemon for that to happen.
Let's get our Pokemon and get outside. Like, we will put the wipeout penalty in once we have our Pokemon, we're ready to start the game. There's a chance of a wipeout and so on. But before that, Sam Schaefer has tripped £20 new rule slot. Rules must stand for half an hour before they can be replaced. Let's play PokéMorl. That does help incredibly. I like that a lot. This is very good, and because it is on a new slot, it doesn't have to go to a vote. New rules. Ike, could you bring up a way of measuring 30 minutes whenever we need it?
Yes, I am looking at the clock in the corner of my computer.
So when we get a new rule,
I'm going to do a stopwatch. Actually, I think that's better.
Well, the thing is, one stopwatch won't cover it because we need to know when each individual rule times out its own personal 30 minutes.
You know what? I'm going to make a little timestamp then of when each rule came in.
Yeah. Every time we get a rule in, so let's count it all now. This is now half an hour.
So
9
are
o'clock.
we saying they all start now?
Just say they all started at 9. Some of that menu above is redundant. Yes, please remove player and rival names. And also please add wipeout rule as £7 as well.
We'll add that once it's in play.
Yeah, wipeout penalties will be in play once. I just don't think it means anything yet, so we'll activate that. But yours is in holding.
Just before Sam
good
tips that new rule slot, there was another donation that came in for the rule amount, and I'm wondering if you've. Am I wrong? Was there not that? I swear there was another.
I don't know
that
what
came
you're
in before
describing.
that. Was there a donation before Sam for a rule that we didn't see?
Yes, for a wipeout penalty. And before
so
that,
we just-
Anonymous tipped £7 for never moving the character.
Oh, so it was a wipe-up penalty. So we just putting that on ice for now, and no one else give us more of those for the time being.
Yes, let's get into the game, I think.
Let's
We
play.
don't want to do our first stream, we don't pick our starter, that would be embarrassing.
Yeah. What's... Oh, there we go. All right. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me.
Okay, off we go.
And then Oak takes you to his lab. I remember this.
Where was the lab?
No, it was down there. Oh, he's lost it. It was.
Where are we going?
It was the lab. Oak's lab. This is the way. You've been to the lab,
yeah,
right? You
sorry,
know that this is the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. It didn't specify.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you,
Thank you,
God.
God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you,
Thank
God.
you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Yeah, I
Alright.
need to do it too. Thank you, God.
That's enough, I think.
Okay.
Does Ike need to do this too?
Yes.
Ike's chosen to do this.
We're barely into it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. We've got a dialogue now. We've got a duo log. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Here, Gramps, why did you call me here? Oh yeah, and they need to press a button, don't I?
Clicky click. Scabnut? Let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Chebs. There are 3 Pokemon here. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Ha! Ah. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I went into retail. Later, I worked in private equity. What a waste of a life. I only got into Pokemon about 3 years ago.
Oak's got quite a lot of depth.
Yeah, do you not remember Oak's backstory? It was quite...
I don't remember any of them. I thought it was...
There's a reason that WetBlue won all the narrative awards the year it came out. I only got into Pokemon about 3 years ago. Would you like one? Go on, choose.
Hey, Gramps, I don't want a Pokemon.
Be patient, Scabnut. You must have one too. Don't be forceful there.
Okay, so remind me of the rules. Let me check on the rules again. I always turn right and I always thank God for right turns. Okay. Okay, so just doing these small motions. So if I want to talk to anyone, thank you God, thank you God, thank you
Thank
God.
you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God.
Heh, I'm still reticent about looking after a living thing.
Who isn't?
Go ahead and choose, Chebs. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Now, Chebs. Inside those 3 Pokeballs are Pokemon. Which one will you choose for yourself?
Okay, thank you,
That's
God.
it. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Oh, you got to do
Thank
that.
you, God.
Thank 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 you,
So,
God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you,
Thank you,
God.
God.
Thank you, God. I see. Bulbasaur is your choice. It's very easy to raise. So, Chebs, you want to go with the grass Pokemon Bulbasaur? Yeah, let's consider our options.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. What if someone just tunes in now and we're saying thank you, God? Too much.
They'll probably seem we're very pious, just good religious
Christian
men.
gamers. Good. Ah, Charmander is your choice. You should raise it patiently. So, Chebs, you're claiming the fire Pokemon Charmander.
Okay. I mean, we know the starters, but thank you, God.
Yeah, thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
Thank you,
I
God.
accidentally pressed it again. Thank you,
No.
God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
God.
God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. You're good at doing the light presses. I could never do those very well. Squirtle is your choice. Are you sure about that? You actually want the wet Pokemon, Squirtle? Well, no. So do a poll then.
Yeah, this is perfect poll opportunity. Which starter? Bulba, Charmer, Squirter.
Can I see Bulbasaur again? No, you can't. There's no backtracking.
Yeah. How many times do you want to hear us say thank you, God? Oh, no votes for Charmer. That's quite a surprise. I always thought Charmer was more popular than Squirter. Are people just trying to get into the WetBlue theme? Are people role-playing?
Or acknowledging that the stream is going to be difficult enough without shooting us in the head immediately.
Although if they wanted ease, Bulba would be the choice, right? Bulba's the easy mode.
I think Bulba and Squirtle are a very easy early game, aren't they? I'm trying to think.
They want to see
Bulba's good
against in bird form. That's
Bulba's
why.
Bulba's good against Misty as well. Oh, right. Yeah, because of Birdstoise. Yeah.
Squirtle does indeed become Blaster. Yeah.
And Blaster becomes Birder.
I guess there's no point keeping this poll up any longer. There's no way anything else can pull above Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Okay.
We got a Squirtle. So let's choose our starter. And we're here already. That's handy.
Great. So,
Squirtle
is your choice.
Sorry, are you sure about that? Oh yeah. Yes, I'm Oak. Are you sure about that? You actually want the wet Pokemon Squirtle? I think we made our choice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember this in WetBlue. Would you not rather have the weird Pokemon Lotad? I think.
I don't remember this at all.
Do you not remember Do you not remember this from when you were a kid?
No.
Because you get the Lotad. You get the secret Lotad option that Oak doesn't want to give you.
What is this?
It's Lotad.
Do we just take it to a new poll?
Yeah, poll. I remember because he's just like a sort of useless little sort of leaf. Yeah.
What's Lotad?
Lotad? Pokemon.
Okay. Yeah, one for Squirtle, two for Lotad, I guess. I think I'm safe to close that. I don't think Squirtle could conceivably pull ahead.
Yeah, do we think?
Well, we just never get enough votes in total. People are voting more than once for Lotad. I can see it on the poll thing. It's saying these people have already voted, but they're trying to vote again for Lotad.
Lotad's popular. I seem to remember Lotad is quite bad, but
I don't even know what Lotad is.
It's a Pokemon
from the original.
Well,
I'll learn what it is now because we're taking the weird Pokemon Lotad.
Weird Pokemon Lotad. So yes, glad to be rid of it.
Doesn't sound like it's good. Doesn't sound like it's good.
This Pokemon is really quite unwell. Someone said "shut up, Ike" in the chat. That's not very nice. Oh, it's because I'm saying about Lotad, right? This Pokemon is really quite unwell, and then you get the Lotad.
Oh, we got our first.
So, the nicknames. Okay, how many are we going to make? So what we've done is we've assigned a number to each nickname, and then there's we're going to select an amount at random to be a poll using a random number generator. Are we thinking maybe 5?
I thought 3. Maybe between 3 to 5.
That's quite low.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, 5. 5.
5?
No,
5.
4. 3 or 5.
Okay.
And it's 5.
And if they're not chosen, they just go back into the pool. They're not.
And they just go back in, yeah.
So,
until one day they can be chosen.
So if you have any nicknames to suggest, get them in the next 1 minute, because we have 22 currently. Okay, so the first one in the poll is, drumroll please.
Everyone wants to call it Killian, so much so that I wonder if it overrides. Should we just include Killian in the poll?
Let's put Killian in the poll, and I think that.
And then you give me 4 additionals.
The first one is capital letters sausage from Spangle.
Sure that wasn't from Harry?
No, it's
no.
That was a name suggestion
Yes,
from Harry.
I get it. Go on.
The second one is all lowercase, one word, feet pics from Sharpez.
Some strong names coming out here.
The third one is number 7. All capital letters with a space in the middle. Sad boy from Twin A. And the final one is Sam Schaefer's Share But Sad, which is all one word and has like capitals at the start of each.
What but sad?
Share, I believe.
Oh, share but sad.
As in the musician. Oh, hello, £1.
Anonymous has tipped £1 for Killian, which
It's
is
already
a player or rival name at that rate. So, I mean,
and is already in the poll.
Let's treat it that they have voted for my.
They've put that in
already
there with their
putting
pound.
it in the poll.
Oh, so you're going to just give that an auto vote?
No,
You
I'm not
vote
going to
for
give it an
Killian.
auto vote. It shouldn't be on the poll really, but now it is. But
That's
even
a good
then,
point.
it has
Okay, so
retroactively
this is-
justified something.
Sure. We got a bigger split than I would have thought. Ah, Killian is pulling out.
Killian is head and shoulders away from the competition here. If you look at the poll, actually, Killian actually has 684% of the vote right now. So that's popular.
Quite a percentage. Oh, 70. That's just quite a demotion now. But it's still winning.
Well, now actually it's up to 714. So
714%.
it's been very turbulent here.
Wow.
I'm happy to call that. I don't think anything could catch up at this point.
Someone's said we're undermining the lottery on the first pick. Maybe we should stick to the lottery in the future because this is a special one, and it was a popular player name. No, rival name.
If people didn't appreciate it, people could have voted against it. You know, democracy vindicated it.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Oh, I've gone cosmic again.
Oh,
Scabnut, get down from there! Can you buffer me just
God.
this once?
Yeah, you've
again?
gone absolutely incredible.
Thank you. That's really nice, actually.
I think you look really good like this, but I understand why you don't want it.
Oh, well, I've changed my mind now. Okay. Scabnut, get down from there.
If I have no choice, then I choose this one. Okay, so Scabnut's on
Scabnut,
Charmander.
yes. Charmander.
Caring for a living thing is a living hell. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Then we just leave. Nothing else to do here, right? We got.
Yeah,
our
I think you just go.
Oh, we need to give it a catchphrase.
Oh, we just give it a catchphrase. Something about
What are we
having
going off?
Something about having manipulated democracy.
Well, Lotad didn't.
But those were the circumstances that led to its creation.
Lotad was a manipulation of democracy, and we know that Lotad is weird and unwell. Everyone wants to contact me, which is a reference to another stream. A stream that is lost to time. So I kind of want to kibosh that. Can it just
Killian
be,
themselves
I'm
has
ill?
suggested weird and unwell.
Yeah, but
I'm ill.
why would you say that as a catchphrase? That's more of a description. It's more of a tagline. Josie Russell says that contact me is immoral. Okay, it's contact me. Lotad's catchphrase is contact me.
Okay.
There's been-
Contact me. I don't know what
Contact
that
me.
means, but I'll happily regurgitate it at every opportunity. When do we say the catchphrase? Just when Lotad's done well. When does the catchphrase come out?
By the wording of the rule, it doesn't. We just decide what it is.
It's just there. Well, let's try and give it some.
Oh, I know. Yeah, contact
Layering.
me. Contact
Yeah.
me sounds like there I are, like a 90s highfalutin business person.
Contact me. Oh, hang on.
Wait, Chebs. I don't want to have a Pokemon. Could you please use yours to kill or seriously injure mine? Come on, I'd appreciate it. I keep moving away from snot-nosed brat to Italian American.
Yeah, you just go in sort of like New York
Yeah.
now. Come on!
Come on! Gabagool! Come on, you paisan. Let's fight our Pokemon.
And then we got a fight.
This is just teaching you how to fight, though, right? This is just a little tutorial. And after this, the game starts for real. Oh, this is you.
Oh, I'll just say, a little bit of background has come above the word "so" there. Can you click me down a tiny bit? And then I'll narrate.
Click you down?
Clip me down a bit. See, there's a little thing come up in my background.
You want me to crop that out?
Yeah, I think I've nudged something, and it's right where the text box is, so we just got to get rid of that.
Oh,
Or just move that.
You've nudged you greeny?
Something like that. Yeah.
Alright, hang on. It'll give you a little bit less room to manoeuvre.
That's just a tiny little bit. A little wee slice. Ooh.
It's how I have to do it, yeah. It's still not quite gone. Let's try this. It's still not quite gone. I'm taking it from the wrong side, that's why. We should go from here.
There we go. Yeah, I nudged something rather than get it up and move everything. Right. Oh, for Pete's sake. So pushy as always. Jebs.
Skid that got its own line.
You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? Good. This tradition is frankly a barbaric blood sport. The trainer that makes the other trainers' Pokemon faint by lowering their HP to 0 wins. While you have the option to fight, you never should. Pokemon are living things, and I love them.
This puts you in a kind of a difficult position, because I thought you end up fighting quite a lot.
Is there fighting in the game? I don't remember.
What have
I
I
don't think there's
got?
much.
I've got a Ghost
You've got
move and I've got Growl.
Astonish, which is quite a weak attack move, and you've got Growl, which lowers.
Yeah, but
Charmander's
you can never lose this opening fight. You just attack, don't you, over and over again?
Yeah, I think you. If you get really unlucky, you can lose it. But
Inflicting
inflicting
damage.
damage on any we don't need to voice this. It's just a tutorial, I think.
Yeah,
the is
yeah,
the key
yeah.
to any battle.
Just telling you how to
that's-
fight. You want their health
Yeah.
to go down and your health not to go down.
Yeah, ideally. So we keep astonishing, and then
We're half dead.
we are half dead. But it's
and
alright.
they're not half dead.
See, I think Lotad is quite a bad choice.
What is
I
Lotad
remember
weak?
this now. No one chose Lotad, and if you chose Lotad, you got bullied in school for having done that. This is all coming back to me now. We shouldn't have chose Lotad. Okay, well, just Astonish, I guess.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
confident?
We've been critical and died. Contact me.
Contact me. Contact
we've-
me.
So Lotad's.
What do the rules say? What do the
Lotad's.
rules say?
So what's the current wipeout? Is just that we're dead. That's the end of the stream.
Game over, the stream ends forever.
That's it. It's done.
Well, this was fun. I actually really enjoyed this. This was really fun, I think. I'd actually blocked out quite a lot of time for this, yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Oh, you hang on.
Am I hit back now?
Yeah, you're back.
You can hear me again now. We're just saying we hope that this was gonna have ideally more episodes than one, or that it was even gonna get past like Pallet Town.
Do you want to
More
take like a
videos?
15-minute break and come back and just do a post-mortem over the stream? Maybe take a Q&A?
Yeah, we could take a little break. Maybe not 15 minutes because it's already 9:30.
10-minute break?
Yeah, let's do that. Stick around, everyone, and we'll sort of analyze what's gone wrong here. Um, I'm actually starting to get a little bit emotional about this because I
Mm.
really hoped it was going to be longer than that. Um, but it's fine. Well, there's loads of other fun things to do just in life, so we don't have to do PokéMorl.
We don't have to do a stream, you know.
Yeah, you could just sort of do things outside.
Mm.
It's all right. I, I was. Do you want to take a break? Don't take a break.
We'll take a little
We'll come back.
break, you know. It's not going to hurt just to have a little
Yeah.
break, I think.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Take a break. That's good.
All right, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like I
Come back
forgot
for a
some
quick
stuff.
Q&A.
All right.
See you later.
Sean,
Yeah?
can you blur me,
No?
please?
Yeah, I can.
Because otherwise everyone will see me rise. Well, you're obviously squeamish. Why can't I be? Yes, there we go. Thank you. I'm there.
Bloody hell. I'm back.
I'm back as well.
We've not been
We're
muted, by the way.
blurry. Huh?
We've not been muted, by the way.
I figured someone's reminding us of that in the Discord.
I thought
But
hearing
I
us
was-
move around would be fun for atmosphere.
Yeah, I was just being very quiet.
Should we
I think
unblur
people
at least,
would.
if we're just here talking?
Okay. Well, you've unblurred.
It's harder
one
to
rule
unblur
for
you.
Maul and one rule for I.
Why are you being like that?
I'm not being like anything. I'm just having a good time with a friend. Right. I'm looking at the chat. There's Audible Boys. That's us.
Audible Boys. Oh yeah, that is us. That's our description you could make.
That's the one thing we can
Is
absolutely
Morn
boast.
not working? Let me see if I can trigger a Morn.
A what? A mourn?
Yeah,
As in
you'll
like
see.
mourning a dead thing? Oh, because of Lotad. Yeah.
Because
Perhaps.
Notad's died, yeah. Let's see. Does it work now? There we go.
Is that like a filter? Hang on, one time for me to take my glasses off. Is that like a filter you've... Oh, very nice. Killian wants to draw a graph on my shirt.
Do you consent to that?
Yeah, if you want to screenshot it.
Now's a chance. It has rain on
There
it
we
right
go.
now.
That's... Oh, I've gone all... There we go. I need to sit back further. Am I audible enough when I speak at sort of this quietish volume?
According to my readout, you should be perfectly audible at that volume.
I'm alright at this volume. That's
According
good.
to my readout, I sound like a Poindexter from a
I don't know what a
cartoon sci-fi.
readout is. I definitely thought you were...
I don't know what to call it. I
geek.
can see the levels according to this level monitor.
Perfectly audible, like. Very nice. Thank you. I purchased a little gamer microphone because there were serious audio problems in the test stream.
And now we've got video problems.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Like when you were trying to put, like, you've got an air bubble and you're just pushing it around to different areas.
The one thing I've changed is I changed the slot I put my webcam in to try and prevent last week's video problem. So maybe that's the only variable here. Maybe that's causing this week's video problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is intensely boring chat, but it's the break screen. We don't even technically exist right now.
We could go if we're still within our rights to mute our mics and blur ourselves for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, just have a private chat.
Yeah.
30 seconds worth of secret banter. Yes. Yeah. Who's your least favourite of the chat?
You know, I've told you off stream. Good laugh. 10 seconds. Let's get ready.
Yeah.
Stretch. Ugh. Oh my god, I got sweat pits. Really is hot.
Oh, I'm
Look at
doing
that.
fine. I'm doing fine.
That's vile.
Yeah,
That's
put it
dreadful.
away. Game over imminent. Yes, we're sad.
Well, we had a good run. Should we try and look over the rules and see where it all went wrong?
Yeah, I think it's good to analyze this in
Hmm.
case we ever want to do this again.
I
Or
don't
you
think
put
we
me up
will
very
after
high
this.
again. Thank you. So wipe up penalty. No one donated one in time. We held off putting the
Well,
one
we
in,
held
so
off.
it didn't actually come in.
Yeah.
That's kind of our fault. We've done that.
The custom rules. I mean, really, it comes down to this wipeout penalty.
Hang on,
That
is
was the issue.
something's what's happening?
Oh, it's
Hang on.
not. There's something underneath it.
You got something under the
Oh
my god!
Except for
That's
the rival fight at
so-
the beginning.
That's so convenient because that's actually exactly where we have died.
That's really useful that we found
That's
that.
That's mad that something
That's
that
really
fortuitous
changed things.
could fall across our path.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
Wow.
God. Thank
Wowee.
God that was there.
thank God.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's thank you God.
Thank you God.
Looks like
Yeah,
we are
good.
back in.
So PokéMorl continues.
PokéMorl is back on. Killian
And what-
is still alive.
And what is our new wipeout penalty?
Our new wipeout penalty.
Thanks to a donor from a while back.
Let me just bring it up. Our new wipeout penalty is. Oh, Robbie has tipped for another one. When you wipe out, you just keep going. And Anonymous has
That's
tipped
nice.
£7 for when you wipe out, you sing all of the rules, including Nuzlocke and every rule that has been removed, to the tune of Green Sleeves.
So we have to keep a list of all of the rules that have ever been. We've already fallen behind on that.
But we can start that now that we know we might ever have to. Now that we've got two wipeout penalties vying for the same position, let's just take a pot. I mean, I know what's going to win.
Just to check, both of these imply that we continue when we get wiped out. But Nuzlocke means that if a Pokemon dies, it is dead. But is that if all of the Pokemon die, it doesn't count? That was not real. That was not a canon fight. No one's dead from that.
I think if all the Pokemon die, we have to fudge it and just try and find anything or any Pokemon nearby, and that's the beginning of a new party.
Oh,
all those
if
Pokemon
they
are
are
dead.
They are literally all dead.
Oh yeah, it's not overcoming deadness, it's overcoming does the stream stop.
Right.
Pokemon still die. Keep
So we
going,
just have to
also
try and
sing
find who we've
every
got.
rule, including
Wow.
previous rules, to the tune of Green Sleeves. I think the more complicated one's going to win here, but it has to be democracy.
We'll go over the video of this between streams and write down all the rules there have been.
Yeah.
And then, because we're not going to get them over again today. We're not going to get a battle again today, I don't think.
And as
Oh, no,
Sam
maybe. We're
points
quite
out,
close.
we can have Pokemon on our computer, so they'll reach a point where we have spares.
Yeah, we'll have a... We might need to do some kind of boring grinding between streams off screen just so we're not level 3 and then halfway through the game. But, yeah, that's fine.
And just to be pedantic to Spangle, Lotad's not a ghost Pokemon. I don't know why it knows a ghost move. It's like it's a little leaf. I don't know what is it? Water grass?
It's it's water mainly, I think. It's
Charbet,
just
you're going to
got
have
a-
some catch up to worry about, but I think you're able to. Well, I don't know. Let's Charbet. These are our current rules that we're playing Pokemon 2. Here are our
Okay.
custom rules. Let me know if you have any questions. Sing all rules, including new and old, to green, to tune of Green Sleeves. Does that fit? Yeah, that fits.
no, it's...
Okay, great. So it is counted that this doesn't count, and we are back in.
And may I just be the first to say, contact me.
Contacts me. Scabnut. Dang, my Pokemon is a Psycho.
My grandson destroyed you. If you win, you earn prize money and your Pokemon grow. But if you lose, Chebs, you end up paying prize money. However, since you had no warning this time, I'll pay for you. But things won't be this way once you step outside these doors. There are evil people out there desperate for Pokeblood.
Oh boy. Hot dang! I abhor violence in all its forms. Chebs, Gramps, see you later. Oh no, smell you later.
Very, very important bit of characterization you skipped there.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
No, that was... Oh, we turned. Yeah, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
We followed them round.
So...
We go north now, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
I don't know.
I have not. No, I didn't turn left. I didn't turn left.
You didn't turn left. I assumed
I
it
didn't
was
turn
somewhere
left.
in that malaise. Okay, right.
Okay, so
let's go.
let's just go. We haven't got survey anymore, right? No.
So
Our
it's
rules
just
are Pokemon catchphrases, clap hands 3 times above head on every left turn, kill all Pikachus, always turn right, always thank God for right turns. New rules must stand for 30 minutes. That's nice. It's quite a handsome set of rules, I
the
think.
30 minutes has elapsed, but it was also a break. Oh, but now the 10-minute break has elapsed as well. So all the rules are now replaceable if you wish. There are some that I would like replaced.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank
Which
you, God.
ones, I wonder? Thank you, God. Oh, no.
Thank you, God. Oh, the battle.
Now, I don't have Pokeballs yet. So does this count as my first encounter in Route 1?
I don't think it does, because that's... We could put it to a poll, but I feel like that's
Let's
just
put it
not
informally to the chat. I can't catch this. So the Nuzlocke rule is you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each section. This is the first Pokemon we encountered, but kind of at a tutorial stage where we can't catch it. So I'd like to say no. So I think that's...
I'd like to say no, this doesn't count, because
First cat. Okay, cool. People agree.
The chat. Okay, yeah, so it's not going to a poll.
Yeah. Well, let's at least try and get some levels. Let's fight
Yeah,
this
we
at
can
least.
kill it. We've got that one move that can deal damage.
Tail whip, defense
whip.
down.
Not going to damage us with that, idiot. Here we go.
Ghost types don't affect normal, do
Ghost
they?
types don't affect normal. Do you want to run?
Here we
Do you
go.
want to run from the battle?
We can't escape.
Can't escape. It's weakening us to the point where it can one-shot us.
A critical hit would take us down, yeah, definitely.
Do you want to run again?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. You're allowed to run from wild Pokemon, but not from... Oh, I went left. Fuck. Sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
These rules suck.
What is it we have to say while clapping? Is it thank you God again?
No, we'll just clap.
Just clap. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, God.
I mean, you just went left. Oh, you can move left with once you're already turned there.
Yes, it's the turning, not the moving.
Right.
We got a potion. Cool.
Okay, so that's handy.
Thank you, God.
Thank you God.
Thank
I
you,
keep
God. Thank
being
you, God. Thank you, God.
uncomfortable that we've not saved yet, but then I remember there's no point to saving.
I'm going to try and minimise our time in the grass. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you God.
Pokemon can only
Yeah.
get you in the grass. I'm going to try and explain basic
Thank you, God,
Pokemon
thank
We got to remember, we got to explain basic Pokemon concepts as we go.
Yeah, so the wild Pokemon are in
you,
the
God.
grass.
Thank you, God. Thank you,
Thank
God.
you God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you
Thank
God.
you,
Oh,
God. Thank you, God.
actual
Thank you.
thank you God. Thank you God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you God.
Thank
And
you,
a
God.
reminder, donations are open to replace rules.
These shit movement rules. Thank you. Oh no, I don't thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you God. It's now at the stage where it's like, do we need to speak to that NPC?
No, I'm not going to talk to them because I have to say thank you, God.
Yeah.
This rule makes the stream unflippable.
That will scare him as well. Someone coming through the grass saying, thank you God, thank you God. I think
Running? It's still
Yeah,
normal type, right? Flying
normal type,
normal.
it's not gonna
So we
work.
can't hurt it.
We actually
We actually
The
can't hurt
only
anything
way
in this
we
area.
can level is by using a ball to catch Pokemon, then using that to level. So right now, we are locked at level 5.
Oh, bird, don't even ask how we're doing. Come on.
Hello, bird. No.
Just got to run.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll just run again. I think it was strange that you can't escape so early, because it seems like the rest of it is pretty much fine.
Thank you, God. 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 Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
I refuse to explain to any latecomer, thank you, God, why I'm doing this. Thank you, God.
Viridian City. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Okay, we're safe. Thank you, God. Trainer tips. The battle moves are limited. Oh, yeah.
Sure, we know that.
Can you Ko-fi donate for a rule? What, does PayPal not work for you? Thank you, God. 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 I don't know if I've ever got Ko-fi donations set up. Thank you. Oh, man.
But Ko-fi uses PayPal, doesn't it? Don't you have to use PayPal to go through Ko-fi? Ko-fi, whatever it is.
I don't remember.
I think
I'll stop using it.
Certainly, I don't get very money, but I get it through PayPal.
Does Ko-fi let you set? Yeah, that does sound right. If you can use Ko-fi, then you'll have a PayPal account or something, right?
So I think you can just make it straight.
But you don't even need an account to use PayPal.
Do you not? We've had a rule. Oh, it starts with every time you. Oh, hang on.
Every time you run from a Pokemon, you have to give an excuse for why you are leaving early. What, like a dinner party excuse?
Good. That's really good.
It's going to be a Patrick Bateman. I have to return some videotape stream.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see how.
Let's go to the rules.
People want to keep hearing. Thank you, God.
I hope not much at all. Okay, so we are now going to find out which rule we are replacing. So, which rule will be replaced by the excuses for leaving early rule? Will it be
side of my mouse that takes you back a page?
Clap hands on left turns, kill all Pikachus, always turn right / always, thank God. New rules stand for 30 minutes. I hope the new rules standing for 30 minutes stays around. That's like a proper quality of life.
That's a good one. Oh, you should put number 6 locked.
Oh yeah, I should.
The general.
Have I made sure that the next one is the next amount up? £25. That sounds right. That sounds right to me.
Probably.
But you're right. Let's represent that there could be a 6th rule, but it now costs £25 to put it.
Which I don't think is going to happen for a good while.
I don't want it. I don't recommend
I think it'll reach a stage where it'll have to be people putting in publicly, communally for that, but hopefully not.
1 for catchphrases, 2 for clap hands on left turns, 3 for kill or Pikachus, 4 for always turn right, always thank God, 5 for new rule stands for 30 minutes. You are voting for what rule is going to be deleted and replaced by every time you run from a wild Pokemon, you must give an excuse for why you are leaving.
And implicit in that is it has to be a different excuse each time, as Sam just pointed out in the chat.
Yes, I assumed as much. I wasn't just going to say videotapes each time, but I will say it at least once.
At this stage, merely clapping hands on left turns feels like an easy life.
Well, not for me. I've got to hold a controller, so I actually have to put it down.
Oh yeah, I'm just freestyling.
Yeah, easier for you. Co-host privilege. Okay, always turn right, always thank God is going. And it is replaced by you must give excuse when running from battle. Make Ike designated clapper? I know that's not what they want. I know it's not what they want, so I won't even pretend. They want me to clap.
No one wants to see me clap. Ike claps.
They want to see you clap as well, but they don't want to not see me clap. You know, we don't have to clap at all if I only turn right. Silently. Thank you for the follow, AFK Player 2204. I'll just never turn left. Why would I? I can turn right silently with much less hassle. The stream is going very well. It's quite complicated. Alternate the caps between us.
We could.
You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? What do you reckon?
Poll?
Why not
quite want to
pollen
know.
for this?
I'd quite like to know about the 2 types of caterpillar Pokemon.
Why?
Oh, okay. That's a fair question.
Did you miss a rule change? Yes. Always turn right, always thank God has been replaced by must give excuse when running from battle. Because let's think, right? If I turn left, bam, I've got to go, and then that's so slow. It's actually faster to be saying.
How long is the lead for your controller? You could just take it with you.
What do you mean? Clap with a controller in my hand?
Yeah. Well, it's quite a large controller, actually.
Yeah. What starter did we choose? Low tad.
Ah, the best one. I mean, the worst one. Low tad.
Just turn right.
Yeah, we're allowed to
I'm
turn
going
right
in
now.
here, right?
Ah.
You want to take this dialogue?
Sure. Hey, you came from Pallet Town. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it to him? Cheb's received Oak's parcel from the Pokémon Mart's clerk. Cheb's put the Oak's parcel in the key items pocket. Okay, thanks. Please tell Professor Oak I haven't forgotten about our agreement.
I don't remember our agreement. What's that?
It's in capitals, so I think it's like a plot. What was it? Maybe it was like something from the anime. I don't remember.
I've got to buy some potions. You never know when your Pokemon are going to get battered. Maybe I should get some potion.
We should. I think that's a Nuzlocke thing. You actually do use the item shop, which
Yeah,
you
we
don't
actually do
ever
need
really
that.
do on a normal run other than to buy Pokeballs.
Oh, I can't buy stuff yet. Hang on, any other tips? coming
Oh,
through?
right.
You want to take this one?
This shop does good business in Lanky Kong amiibos, I've heard. Right,
They're
again,
really
it's
pushing
a sign
it,
of the
yeah.
times. Yeah. Lanky was everywhere. Lanky was everywhere.
Blanky Mania, yeah. You forget about these things once the fad goes away.
Hmm.
Okay, let's get this package back to Oak so we can get.
Let's
Pokeballs.
just do this, and then we'll explore Viridian next time we're here.
We'll be coming straight back up.
Yeah, or you can get back without going in the grass, almost.
Maybe completely. Oh no, not quite.
No, there's that one little bit at the end, but other than that, yeah, you can go right there.
I'm just silently making sure I always go right. It's
Oh. Oh.
okay, so now we're talking to.
Oak.
What's that? That's I do this right.
What
What do you have to do to get a
do?
new rule? Can you bring up the menu, Jambud? It's just donation tiers.
Oh, Chebs, how is my old Pokemon? I hope you haven't been making it kill the birds and rats that live in the nearby grasslands.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Yeah. What's that? You have something for me? Yeah. That was good.
All right, go on.
Yeah. It's the custom Lanky Kong. With extra long arms with feet on the end. Thank you. I'll get a lot of use out of this.
Gramps! Hold up, y'all. What's popping off?
Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex.
Pokédex?
Pokédex. Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokémon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia.
Oh. Charbot has tipped £7 for a rule. All text in caps must be shouted.
Very nice.
Okay, let's go
That's
onto the rules
nice.
screen. So it would be replacing one of these rules in our custom Nuzlocke rule set. So let's find out what rule is going to be
Although we
replaced.
cannot replace the give excuse when running because it's not been 30 minutes yet.
Very nice. Very
I
nice.
forgot to write down when that came in. Shall I just put
Estimate.
10 to
Yeah.
9:50?
Oh, no, hang on. Hang on. That rule came in 10 minutes ago. I've got it on my thing.
9:45. Okay.
Replaced by caps equals shouting. And it won't be... So it's the choice between these, I believe. If you want to replace the catchphrases rule that all Pokemon captured have catchphrases assigned, press 1. Press 2 if you want to replace clap hands on left turns, the worst rule in my opinion. 3 to replace kill all Pikachus. Kill all Pikachus isn't going to do a lot because we don't encounter that many Pikachus in
So
the
you
game,
get some Viridian.
full stop.
Which basically means we definitely can't catch Pikachu in Viridian Forest if we
means-
encounter it. And
Yeah,
it's
if we
rather
enter
rare.
Viridian Forest, that's our one chance to capture a wild
Yeah.
Pikachu. We won't find one, and if we do, we'd have to kill it, thus lowering our potential party members.
Although, kill all Pikachus under the right circumstances could make the game incompletable if we only have Lotad and it's not been leveled. Oh no, because Astonish will probably work on Pikachu. Never mind.
Astonish will work on Pikachu.
Yes, there we go. I just got it in my mind that Lotad couldn't hurt anything. No, it's just normal type. Oh, it's close.
Looks like
but
it's kill all Pikachus.
kill all Pikachus is gone.
Kill all Pikachus is out. Oh, now it's actually too close. But there's no point
Let's give
doing
it
a
a couple
runoff
minutes.
because there are no votes for anything else. It is just between these two.
Can a few more people vote?
Are we using the allowed to catch another Pokemon if you have the first one you find in an area variant?
I didn't
I
think
don't
so. I
know.
think the idea was. I mean, that would make it more interesting, but
We will cross that bridge with a pole when we arrive at that bridge.
that's a good choice.
Let's just not worry about hypotheticals until it's too late. It looks like we're getting rid of clap hands on left turns.
Oh!
And can I just say, thank
chat's
God.
changed. Yeah.
Can
Thank
I
you,
just
God.
say,
Thank you,
thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
I hate that rule.
Quickly close the poll before it changes.
I don't know, it's quite close. It's leveled.
It's leveled.
We showed any desire at all and it was punished immediately.
Yeah. That's just like real life, though.
This is real life.
Yeah.
Just see if it stays settled. There's only one vote between it, so I just need to give it a bit of fairness time. Okay, I'm just letting everyone know that I am hovering over the finish poll section. If anyone, yeah, it's tied again. If anyone wants to vote now, your vote just is it. Your vote is the winner.
We're now on sudden death tiebreaker, unless two
is,
people vote at
yeah.
the exact same time.
We're on golden goal. People are now just chancing their hand, seeing if they haven't
Oh,
voted.
It's
And
gone.
one
It's
person
gone.
has
It's the bad one. It's the one that didn't want to go.
It's the one that doesn't do anything.
Who did that? Who did that? There's so
I
many
think-
people saying 3. Well, no.
I think it was Trousis or
Crazy.
It's Up to You Man.
if that was Croesus, then that's very
I
cool.
think it was. Pretty confident. So
That's
Kill All
fine.
Pikachus is gone
Kill all
and
Pikachu's gone.
replaced by all caps equals shouting.
What level of shout? I guess we'll test it out the first time. I don't want to create a very unpleasant viewing experience by causing mic problems or something.
Charbot, who I think was the donator.
Yes.
How
yes,
much of a shout do you consider a shout? I think clipping at the bare minimum. Yeah, Charbot. I knew Charbot would want. It's got to be quite loud.
What's clipping? Is that like when the audio goes fuzzy?
Clipping is when it's too loud for the microphone to take in the full shout.
Okay.
It will
That's
be,
the level of okay you get for that addendum. Okay.
Okay, we're back in. So also,
It's a high tech.
everyone,
I'm gonna have to do it first. I'm
Pokemon-
gonna have to do it in Oak's voice.
oh, we'll just see. Go on.
Scab nuts and capitals.
Yeah.
Okay. Chebs and scab nuts. Take these with you. Oh. You alright?
Yeah, it just got me.
Luckily, I think Scabnut now goes. That was normal. That wasn't reading out the dialogue. That was normal speech, so I don't have to shout. I think Scabnut's about to go away for a while, so that specific word does not need to be shouted. But I'm remembering some of the words in this that are capitalized.
There's loads of words that are always capitalized. Every Pokemon name is capitalized.
And especially version WetBlue, I remember, has been rather cheeky with its capitalizations. Okay. Take these with you. Chebs received the Pokédex from Professor Oak! You can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. I've got a housemate. He's going to be thinking... He'll know what's happening. You must catch them.
What's happening?
He'll figure it out. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So, here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon! Sorry, they're so... I didn't start the timer on this rule, but I'm doing it now. In fact, that's a good thing it's in the stream. That rule is safe for this stream. Sorry they're so dirty. I let Grimer have a go on them.
You got to up the volume. You've got to
More
go
than
for
that.
it.
I let Grimer have a go on them. I don't have to do the items. That's not me.
You don't. That's not Oak.
That
No.
passes.
I've cried so much that it's gone on my glasses.
Yeah, it's similar. Jeez. Jeez Louise. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. Health. I'm out of breath. Healthy Pokemon are very difficult to catch. Nevertheless, you must never hurt any of these wonderful creatures. I'm watching you.
Oh.
Have a wonderful adventure. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world.
The fact that Pokemon's always capitalized.
I hate it. I hate it. So my housemate knows that I'm doing a stream of Pokemon, and now he's hearing me shout repeatedly the word Pokemon.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm very enthusiastic about the concept of the stream. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I spent too long getting rich. Which I don't regret. Money bought me happiness. Now asking the town children will buy me research data. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history.
All right, Gramps. I reluctantly accept. Chebs, I hate to say it, but I hold you in high regard. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll ask her to help you also, Chebs. Life is tough, and we should help each other wherever we can.
Does that say?
Gavnut seems okay.
I don't want. Was Your shouting did not sound too unpleasant to me, so I'm hoping that's how mine comes across, and it's not
Yeah,
a
yours
constant
actually isn't that
stream
bad.
of.
It's actually quite nice to hear shouting, I think.
Oh,
The joy of technology is you can't.
I don't know
hear
what
the
to do with
full
that
blast
feedback.
Of a shout. Just incorporate it into your life. What are my movement options? Hang on, let me check the rules. Can I go wherever I like? Oh, I haven't done any left turns.
We never quite.
Oh, hang on. I can
We need to get the
160.
town map now.
I can 180. 160. I can 180 as well. It never occurred to me that I could just 180. That's not a because I'm just a sprite. I just turn instantly. But I still have to do this. Okay, so I want the town map, right?
I seem to remember. Yeah, the sign that says Pallet Town in WetBlue is quite nice, but
Okay, we'll pop
yeah,
down in
town map
seconds.
from Daisy.
You want to be Daisy?
I'll be Daisy.
Oh, maybe you did all the extra, so I'll...
I'm out of breath. You can be Daisy.
Grandpa asked you to pick up his foot Kong! What the hell, man? You should get out of town. This will help you on your journey. Don't need to read out items.
Yeah,
Stuff.
items are safe.
Yeah, don't need to read that out.
FK for Foot Kong in the chat.
Yeah, please, FKs. Smash Foot Kong. Kong Mania's coming back. I almost said Kang Mania's coming back. I'm glad I didn't.
Kang Mania's coming back. There we go. Shades of your
Town.
journey are wet. Are wet. I remember that. That was enjoyable.
We've got balls now, right?
You've got balls. You can catch Swan. So the next thing you see is our second little guy.
Yes. So now
He's using guy as a gender-neutral term.
for Pokemon.
Could be anything. Yeah, could be a girl Pokemon.
Okay, so all
But
that we've got here
only
is
one of those two.
Pidgey
apparently.
and Rattata, right? And they both suck. Long term, they both suck. So who cares, you know?
Well, long term, either of them. I mean, no, Pidgey is a better one to have on your full party than Raticate, surely? I might be wrong there.
Yeah,
I'm just
you're right.
unconsciously doing that because there's 3 rather than 2. I wouldn't mind a Pidgeot. Pidgeot, whatever you...
I think after a while, I think a lot of people... Alright, whatever this is our first chance. So we can't hurt the Rattata, we just have to chuck balls, right?
Yes. But it's level 3. You'll probably catch it in 1.
And I can use all the
Probably.
balls I like, right? It's just this
Well, you
encounter.
can use up to 5. You can use up to 5.
Yeah, I can use all the balls I have.
Yeah. Yes, the Pokemon is out.
That took a quarter of my health off.
We got a potion. You will probably. It's likely that you'll catch it next time. Please.
I'm gonna run.
Run. This is a no, because then you can't catch anything on this route.
I don't care. I need
No,
to run.
No, one more ball.
What do you
one
think?
more
Do
ball.
you really think so?
One more
I
ball.
should run.
It's not going to kill you.
If it critical hits me, I die, right? Critical hits is double damage, right?
Oh, hang on. We've got something here.
Crit kills here, yeah. Thank you for the tip. I'll deal with it in a second. We have trouble. If
Yeah, but otherwise
Shall
we're
we-
going to have
shall we potion?
no
Shall we
second
potion?
Pokemon. Listen, otherwise we
potion?
can't level Lotad for like
no,
a
we
while.
can level Lotad. There's that. You go up to Viridian City and you go left. There's something there.
What happens if? So if we lose before we have Pokemon in the PC, what happens? Are we just end stream?
We'll have to.
Cross that bridge when we come to it as well.
Oh well, at the very least, we have to sing all the rules.
Yeah,
I'd rather not do that.
I think one more ball, because otherwise, I think it's more important.
I think we potion. I think we potion now.
All right.
At the very least, we got 2
Yeah.
potions. Let's just
No,
use
that's
one
good.
to be safe.
It's
I'm
not
sure it's
Tail
got
Whip as a
Tail
tool
Whip.
yet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not Tail
still-
Whip as a tool yet, so our defense is still good. Ball. Ball. Ball.
And then we chuck a ball because we've got breathing room now.
Ball. Ball. Ball.
I mean, we were just told that we have to damage Pokemon to get them. So it probably wouldn't incentivize you just chucking the ball.
Cool.
Ball.
Always listen to Ike. Ike's right about everything. That's not true. We've got a Rattata.
Is that how you say it? Rattata?
A little Rattata. I think it's Rattata.
Little rat.
So
okay.
we've got to give a name.
Yes.
Let's go. So exact same pool of names as before because we didn't actually use our proper pool. The first name in the poll. Tell me when you're ready.
Oh, hang on, the puppy's incredibly loud. Let me resolve that.
Puppy. And then we will deal with the new rule.
This is louder than I want it to be. Oh, and we need
also
catchphrase as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping us honest. Okay, catchphrase first. We
So
don't
the
know
first
much
one-
about this guy.
Well, we're going to learn a lot about them when we learn their name.
Of course, name first, then catchphrase.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one is it's an old favourite. It was in the last poll. It's Feet Picks, lowercase, one word.
I remember feet picks.
From Sharpez. The second one is just a normal name, Benjamin. From Red
People
Santa.
really want Matatatat's name to go into this. Should I just include it in the poll like last time?
Are we? I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this. If is this going to happen every time? Are we never going to use the? Oh, although we could put it into the poll.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Put it
into
in
the poll.
But then it seems like it will win, as happened last time. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the.
If there is
dynamics of
disgruntlement, we can just take it back out again.
Okay. We'll put it in. Let's put it in the poll, but lock in now that we won't do this the next time.
But we might.
But we might if we decide to.
Look, people are really excited about this because Matatatat sounds like Ratata.
Oh, was it like
And
their name already?
Yeah. Oh, it's not just someone called
All
Matt
right.
and we're like, oh, let's just call it Matata. They're called Matatatata.
I didn't know it was named after a person. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Severe dietary demands.
I didn't say disrumplement.
Same. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry, you've swung me. I didn't realize that it was actually like someone's name. All right. Matatat. Whatever the 10.
Give
10
me two
character
more
version
poll
of it.
options.
2 more poll options. Number 14 is Share But Sad again
Uh-huh.
from Sam Schaefer. Share But Sad.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, sorry. Please said her. And then the last one is Little Ike from Mono.
Will that fit if we don't do a space?
Yeah, it fits
Okay.
for that space.
There we go. While it's live, vote 1 for
I'm
Feet
not a fan
Picks,
of Little Ike.
2 for Benjamin,
this guy.
3 for Matatat, 4 for Share But Sad, and 5 for Little Ike. Are we donating to have names in the poll? Yes! Exclamation mark menu will bring up what you can donate for. So we're going to end this by 10:30.
Yeah.
This is not. I mean, it's the first episode, and it'll take a while to like get things going.
Yeah. Next episode, we should hit the ground running a bit quicker because we genuinely thought we were going to get to Brock.
Well, did we? I think we just thought that's the
that was the
furthest we
plan.
could possibly go.
That was certainly the plan, but we didn't really account for,
It was the plan.
for the fact that it was interactive. And
I
obviously
was skeptical we'd reach Brock, but I did think we'd get further than catching one Pokemon. Catching one Pokemon and then having to discuss closing down, like tapering off. Does the rules timer continue during stream downtime? Yeah, sure. Well,
I mean, I counted
no.
for the actual interval, and it doesn't count for like if the stream ends, you'll obviously get to
I
start
think it
that
has
up
to be
next time.
30 minutes of it being active.
But stuff like this, it counts for. I think this counts because people are still. It's
How
going
much
to
is
be so hard
Pokemon
to
names?
measure.
It's on the
30
menu.
minutes.
Pokemon names is £3 plus. Oh, it's not. Oh, it should be. Jambo, could you pop that on? Feet Picks and Matatatat are in a dead heat. Oh, it's not. I keep saying Matatat.
Matatatat.
Matatat. No,
Matatatat.
Matatatat. Yeah, you're right.
Matatatat.
It is between 1 and 3 right now. I could do a runoff vote, or we could wait for a tie break.
Give it like 30 seconds and then do a runoff.
It would feel bad to Matatat to put him on the poll, and then we all pick Feet Picks. But it was the chat who inflicted that damage.
That's democracy. Sometimes you get feet picks.
Sometimes you get Feet Picks. You want to live in a democracy?
Got to deal with the feet picks. Oh, hang on. There's been a development.
The development is that Matatat has won.
Meaning feet picks is back in the pool.
Matatat's name actually seems to be longer than I had written down.
No, it's just Matatat. Are we doing it all lowercase?
I'll just see how many Matatats I can get in.
Matta. Tatat.
It does fit incredibly well.
Matatatat. Yeah, Matatatat. And what's the catchphrase?
Oh,
Matatatat.
well, let's see what Matatat's actually said recently. Matatat did suggest I'm a pretty big wheel at the Cracker Factory.
That's from something. Is that Simpsons?
I feel like it's Simpsons.
I think it's like early
big
Simpsons.
wheel at the Cracker Factory.
Oh, isn't it Millhouse's dad? I think. I can't remember.
I hate mice is its catchphrase. But scream.
I hate mice!
No, the whole thing's in caps. I hate mice!
Fucking mice! I don't...
Can I ask that Sam Schaefer makes a record of these catchphrases, please? I think they might come important for episode 2.
Should I write them down as well, or should we leave?
Yeah, can you write them down, please?
I'll write them down.
I'm the giant rat and makes all of the rules. If I get in, I'll pay for it. We have to poll this because there's actually quite a lot of good suggestions. Matatatats catchphrase. It could be, I'm a pretty big wheel down at the Cracker Factory. I hate mice. Better than feet picks. I'm that giant rat that makes all of the rules. If I get in, I'll pay for it. More popular than feet picks. Okay, that's quite a lot of options right there. 1 for I'm a pretty big wheel down at the Cracker Factory. 2 for I hate mice. 3 for better than feet picks. 4 for I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules. 5 if I get in, I'll pay for it. And 6 more popular than feet picks.
I know which one my favourite is.
Do you want to say it?
Yeah, it's winning.
It's the one there which you have to say it in a voice, and you can't help but
The
do it in a
giant
voice.
rat that makes all of the rules. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Big rat, bigger cigar.
Oh, hello. We've got.
Matatatat has retroactively paid for themselves to be inserted into the game.
That's awfully nice of you. Thank you so
I
much.
have just realised that 12 minutes ago there was a rule donation which I brutishly ignored. Anonymous.
Well, we're still wrapping up the last thing, so we were going to get to it afterwards. Let's do it now.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm that giant rat that makes all of their rules is now enshrined into law. Please drop the new law emote now. The new law is that I'm that giant rat that makes all of the rules.
If you could just ratify that with emotes.
And now we are looking at the newest rule in town. Anonymous has tipped £7. Ike must appear on stream while operating a sock puppet for the foreseeable future.
I have a very appropriate sock to use, but it is down one floor and I don't know how. I'll use my actual sock that I'm wearing for now.
For episode 2, I actually have some googly eyes I could give to you. Like adhesive googly eyes. I used it to make an eel using a sock once.
How do you do a sock?
Mighty Fighty Just Smokes has just written "sock is down one floor?" ?
Yeah, I don't live in a bungalow. The sock is not in the room that I'm currently in, but it's in my laundry. I've got a room that I put laundry in because it's a spare bedroom.
Well, while Ike thinks about the logistics of the sock puppet, let's find
Oh,
out.
It's been clipped a bit. Do I have to do it when I talk?
It hasn't really stated that. It's
So it's
anonymous,
operating.
so we don't really know. Okay, so custom rules. What are we replacing? So, what rule will be replaced by the Ike sock puppet clause?
And it can't be number 3. It can now be number 4, but why would you replace that one? That one's going to be really fun.
Catchphrases, clap hands. Oh, we're still doing clap hands on left turns. That's dreadful.
We just haven't moved for about 20 minutes because we've been caught up in Rattata admin.
There's a lot of admin in this. This is so much admin.
Oh, the rule hasn't come in yet. I don't need to do it yet.
Yeah, it's coming in very soon.
It's coming in soon. I'll get used to it.
Okay, so is there anything that can't be replaced here? All caps equals shouting.
Yeah, all caps equals shouting is the only thing.
Okay. Saturday is not faulty pasta. Saturday is, don't know what it is. Wednesday is faulty pasta. Vote 1 to replace catchphrases. Vote 2 to replace clap hands on left turns. Please vote 2. Vote 3 to replace new rules stand for 30 minutes. I don't think replace that ever. 4, you must give excuse when leaving battle.
The new rules stand for 30 minutes is such a good one.
Honestly, some of these... soon, we will be in a point where all the rules are actually very good and no one will want to replace them.
Now, if I'm being honest, right now, I think this poll is very good. Dog shit. Very good, very good.
Yeah, I think we all feel that way.
So, do what's right, and then we've got 3 rules and a sock puppet, which is not bad, but it's not good. That's neutral, I think. That's neutral.
Let's call it on clap hands is gone.
I feel like I might get tired of the sock puppet, but right now I quite like it.
You'll get tired of it.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. Like a sock puppet.
Great.
Hang on. What is the actual rule? Ike must operate a sock puppet. Could that be a sock puppet account on social media? With which I praise this stream.
Well, you have to appear on stream operating the sock puppet for the foreseeable future.
I'll just do it on my phone on the stream. I'll be tweeting like this. No, that's more effort than just wagging a sock.
The thing is, if you were operating a sock puppet account, you'd have to actually be operating a sock puppet account.
I don't wish to do that.
Like, you can't just pretend. You would have to really be operating a sock puppet account. And that's fine. It's not hard to set up a sock puppet. I could set you up a sock puppet for episode 2.
No, I'm fine with my actual sock.
Well, just tell me if you ever want to switch. I think with that, let's just try and get our Pokemon. I want to go back to our house, go back to our bed and go to sleep, and that's the end of the stream. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
And now I can walk in any direction I want without there being penalties.
Amazing. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're really early into the. Although, first thing you should do is switch Rattata to the top spot.
Yeah, we need to level up this little weasel.
And then once it's the right level, we can use it to level up Lotad, and Lotad might learn a good move at some point.
So I actually need to be careful, right? Because this thing could just get killed, and then that's the end of this guy's life.
But it's unlikely. If it's getting really damaged, switch it out for Lotad. Oh no, we can't do anything with Lotad. We're fine.
Oh, we're fine. Why
There's
are
a
we
big
so
difference
fine?
between early levels because it's level 2 and we're level 3.
2 and 3 is a massive difference, I guess.
That's our first confirmed kill. We've murdered.
That's our first murder. Okay, so we've so far just really explored Pallet Town and got a Rattata, and that's taken us
3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
If we speak to Mama and then go to bed.
Okay. Chebs, you look done in. Do you want me to wash your Pokemon in the sink? Sorry, I got Scotch egg on them.
Oh.
But their HP is full, at least. Bye.
And that's a good night time.
Pokemon smell like Scotch egg.
I really like the idea of navigating to bed at the end of each session, even if we're in like Cerulean. Well, gotta go to bed. Set off halfway through the stream. Harry Hardy's asked, "What's with the sock puppet?" It's just a quirk of mine. No, it's a rule. It's a new rule.
It was Ike's condition of being on the stream.
You've got to let me have my friend on the stream as well with me.
Ebbs saves the game. Thank you everyone so much for watching episode 1 of PokéMorl. Do people think it's gone okay? Do you think people see there's potential for us to spend quite a long time doing this?
This was really fun. I'm surprised how little progress we made, but when I think about it, it's not surprising. It was really fun. I had a very good time. Thank you all for coming and participating. Yeah, it was good. Again, we got a lot of cool stuff planned.
We have,
and I'm sure you do as well.
Yeah, you all have horrible plans.
You're plural. We've
got horrible plans for you. Like I say, we expected to get a lot further in the stream, so there's stuff waiting on our end as well. I would say, I'm happy to reveal, this stream, there's a lot you haven't seen which we've planned. This first stream, we have done more preparation on this than I think, like, combined. For instance, if I there's more work been done on this than I think any other stream I've done so far. Some of it we haven't seen this episode, but there's stuff in
a
store.
lot of it we've not seen this episode.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Let's get the game gone for a second. This will be back every Friday. Oh, even ETN? No, not counting ETN. Yeah, definitely not counting ETN. But any of my stream on my channel.
Can the sock puppet be paused now? We're not playing the game, and my foot is getting. One of my feet is colder than the other one.
I think rules are suspended now. Yeah, rules are suspended. We're just doing a little outro.
Stick a pin in that. Right.
I think we spent more time on this than on PokéMorl for now, combined with how many people were involved. Here are the credits of everyone who has helped so far. Although I need to add Mono to this because Mono actually made the logo. So this is incomplete. And of course, Ike, you've got your own projects out in the world. You've got your own things that you might want
Yeah,
people to know about?
if anyone is interested in further Ike content, I have a computer game that I have made / am making. It's episodic. It's behind the credits. Thank you, Sean. It's called Because We're Here. It's a visual novel. It's a dating sim that's set essentially in the First World War. It's quite plot driven and very character driven, and it's quite sad, but also I like it. I'm really bad at marketing this.
I have played this game, and it is very. I don't know if I call it fun. It's quite emotional. It's quite an involved story. It is a dating simulator set in World War One. It is not a happy time.
But there's happy bits in it. It's light and shade.
There's a lot more shade. It's World War One.
There's a little tiny bit of light and a large amount of shade, but that's fine. Oh yeah, it's on Steam and Itch, but if you just like Google Because We're Here, computer game like Bentley, PokéMorl, you'll find it. Or just Because We're Here game. Yeah, I don't know. Just try it out if you wanna. I'll
It's
work
very good.
on
You should take a look
doing
at
a better version of this speech. I went to a convention, like an expo with Mono. Actually, Mono helped me out and had to give this speech about 300 or 400 times to different people I met. No, maybe 200 times. But I got quite good at it during that one day, and then that was 2 years ago, and then I've forgotten all how to talk. Anyway, that's that. Oh, there it is. That's because it's an idea I've had.
Yeah, it's just popped up above your head like a light bulb.
Yeah. Ding.
I can't wait to explore more Pokemon WetBlue. It is a game very close to my heart, and we have not yet begun to scratch its depths. We will be back next Friday. Until then, goodbye.
Goodbye. I really want to know that story Matatat's telling, but tell us it next time.
Matatat, you can help tell that story in the upcoming Night Hall, which is going to follow on from this stream after a short break. For anyone leaving us now, good night. See you later. I'm going to take a short break, and then I'm going to just do a late night stream, which I'm just going to do a normal gameplay Twitch stream. There will be an after hours stream, yeah. For now, this is goodbye for Ike at least, and goodbye to PokéMorl. To those who are going to sleep, sleep well. I'm going to change the scene collection now, and OBS loves to crash when I do this. But if it does, I'll see you on a newly started stream in some minutes. Goodbye. You should do one last goodbye. I'll make you big. I'll make you big for one last goodbye.
Me?
Yeah. How big do you want to be?
Bye. See you later, everybody. Have a good time. Sleep well. I'm going to get to bed now. Bye.